You can help me pretty quickly? Yeah? You're going to talk full of energy?
I'm going to try my best.
I know you will. So say hi, Bits for You World.
Hi, Bits for You World.
How was your weekend?
My weekend?
Yeah, how was your weekend?
It was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you do this weekend?
This past weekend, you're saying?
Yeah, we already know what happened the week before.
I don't remember.
You really don't remember? For certain, someone took you to a dealer.
Oh.
To get you a brand new car.
Mm-hmm.
What's this on your face? Lotion? Oh, okay. What?
Yes, we went to the dealer and spent more than half the day.
How many hours was that?
You went for your oil change at what time?
I got there at 8 a.m.
And we left them there?
Oh shit, we left like at 1:30.
So it actually wasn't that bad. I've been at the dealer much longer.
That was almost 5 hours.
Yeah. That was pretty quick.
That's not quick. That's 5 fucking hours.
I've been at the dealer for more than 5 hours.
More than 5 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. That's way too much time just to get a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's the car driving?
Awesome.
Yeah?
Yep.
Que linda.
I love it.
You love it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it love you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it hasn't told you if it loves you?
Not yet.
Not yet? You haven't gotten that far yet? You're still in the early stages of the relationship?
In the honeymoon stage. Just like me and you.
Well, we're still in the honeymoon stage?
Nah.
We passed that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What did you do this weekend?
I went with you to get the car. Oh, you kept looking at me like, what was going through your mind again? You mentioned it to me. Like, you kept looking at me like, is he fucking mad? Or
because I know you didn't want to be there so long.
I didn't want to be there so long. And then the car salesman was like, oh, you guys need anything? And I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, yeah, we're fine. We just gotta, we gotta do. I think at one point I told him, I just want to get the hell out of here. And he starts laughing. He's like, oh, we'll try to get you out of here as quick as we can. 3 hours later, we're still there. And I was thinking, just get us the fuck out of here. Come on, dude. And then the bank they have to talk to the bank, and I'm like, really? They know that the weekends people go mostly to buy cars because everybody's off, and they don't have fucking people in the bank, sufficient enough people in the car, vehicle department to approve loans or decline it. That's what's fucking annoying. But maybe I just answered my own question because there is people from all over the country calling half a dozen banks or a dozen banks to try to get approvals.
Yeah.
And not a lot of them work on the weekends, maybe.
A lot of them don't work on Sundays. Saturdays are usually
Saturdays. There. We did go Saturday, did we not?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so it was good that we went on Saturdays. That would have been hell. So you said bye to your old car, you cried. You said you'll miss them. What was it? Red?
Red.
You miss Red?
Yeah.
Oh. Está triste. He cried.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he was crying. He's like, don't take me. I'll be nice.
He told me that I was the best owner he's ever had.
The best owner?
The best master.
Are you the car whisperer?
Yes.
What else did we do this week? Did we see some movies at home?
I don't remember.
We saw something. Oh, I saw this movie, Please Stand By. Dakota Fanning is in it. And you're the actress you like, Toni Collette. Is it Toni Collette?
Yeah.
Dakota Fanning plays an autistic, early 20 something, right? She's in her early 20s.
Did we finish watching
that? I finished it. You fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
It was late. Sunday night or Saturday night, and it was Saturday, the day we got the car. And I think you were up that morning. You woke up early. I guess you had car on your mind. And you were exhausted. That was a long fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good movie. Check it out. Please stand by. So basically, she is a big Star Trek fan. She, her favorite character in Star Trek is Spock. And the reason that is because Spock is, he's half human, half Vulcan, but as a Vulcan, he's not supposed to show emotion. Because Vulcans don't have emotions. But he fights his human side. He fights with his emotion with his human side. So she, as being autistic, she doesn't know how to express herself. Kind of like Spock, right?
Similar. Yeah, similar.
And she relates to Spock. So there was a contest on the internet that basically asked people to write a script for a Star Trek movie, and the grand prize would win $100,000.
Don't say the whole story.
No, that's it. That's what I'm going to say. So there's an adventure that happens with that. You guys got to check it out. Did you like from what you saw? You only missed the last 20 minutes.
It was good.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Wasn't any explosions or zombies or vampires, and I still enjoyed it. What else did we do? What did we do after that? That was Saturday.
Sunday? What? Don't remember.
We don't remember?
I don't remember.
Did we stay home? No, you wanted to go to IKEA. You wanted to drive your brand new car. You're like, I want to go and go to IKEA. Right? Was that on Sunday?
Yeah, that was Sunday.
And you still have that. You've had the car. What is it? 6 days. You still won't have that urge to go drive.
Yes. I told you I'm in the honeymoon stage.
I remember those stages with my car.
It'll probably last for like a couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was over in the first week. I was like, okay, it's not, to me, it's not new anymore. I only works with car, not with people.
Yeah. I
hope. So, getting to this podcast, Bitcoins. What do you know about Bitcoins and cryptocurrency?
It's supposed to be the currency of the future.
Supposed to be. So that's what you've heard in the airways or seen on the internet. That's all you know?
Pretty much. I know very little.
You know a lot more because Lewis, Mikey __7, as he's called on Instagram, but he'll say his handle at the end. Came by. He's a long-time friend of mine, but I consider him a Bitcoin expert, cryptocurrency expert. He was, for years, he tried to convince me to get on it, and I should have, but we go deep into that in the podcast. This podcast is like over 2 hours, so there's a lot of info, a lot of knowledge dropped, a lot of questions, as, for example, how do you get into Bitcoins was one of the questions. How do you invest in it? What's the best method to get into it? Where to go if you want to get into it? It's not only Bitcoin. We say Bitcoin because that's I guess you could say the grandfather or the godfather of cryptocurrency. But I think we go into an early form of cryptocurrency in the podcast, and then we discuss other cryptocurrencies that came after it. There is hundreds. I mean, there's a lot out there, and they're all good for the most part. You can invest in all of them, from what Lewis said. So, enough of me talking. Anything else you want to add, Diana? My gorgeous wife?
Can't think of anything right now.
Okay, can you say something else about the episode?
Oh,
that's right, you didn't hear it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was Lewis, how was Lewis from the little that you met him?
Oh, he seems nice.
Yeah.
I'll be listening in with you guys at the same time.
You will?
Yes.
Are you gonna invest with me?
Yes.
Okay, because in our podcast, Lewis gives us a little gift.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Okay. Sorry about that noise distortion. I guess the microphone was too close. Podcast is starting now. We are live. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. Lewis is here. Also, Mikey on Instagram. Lewis, you came here to talk to us about Bitcoin. We were talking a minute ago about Andre Antonopoulos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name?
Yeah.
He has like a couple books on Amazon. What do you own any of his books or?
No, I don't own any of his books, but I have seen a lot of his talks.
Yeah.
When I first started with Bitcoin.
I think he had a YouTube channel or still does. I don't know.
Yeah, he does have a YouTube channel, but he's always a guest in a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Shows. He's got a lot of old YouTube videos. Really, really smart guy.
I seen him traveling all over the world, different places, doing like conferences about Bitcoin to businesses, CEOs, people that want to invest.
Yeah.
So tell us just a brief, like if you can summarize Bitcoin for the average person that doesn't know anything, that just all they heard recently was the news. Oh, Bitcoin is at a all-time high, but
yeah,
can you give that average person, even like myself, because I don't know a lot of Bitcoin knowledge, but I've known you, we go way back, so
yeah.
I knew you were into it from the early stages. I've known you since 2010 or 11-ish,
yeah.
and I think at that point you kind of mentioned, oh, by the way, have you heard of this? I'm like, no, what is that? And you dropped the knowledge.
Yeah.
Like what, 7 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, back then it was really hard to actually get.
And that was
Bitcoin.
in its early stage. Because based on a documentary that I mentioned to you, I think it started in 08 or 09, right? Or
the white paper came out in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
The first Bitcoin, the first
following
Bitcoins
year
that were generated, the Genesis mining block they call it, was in January 3rd of 2009. So it's been 9 years.
9 years
and change. So we're going out to 10 years.
Yeah, that has been out.
Yeah.
But it's only gained momentum, at least in mainstream, in the past couple months.
Yeah, I would say within the last year.
Yeah.
I would say maybe the
it's been here. It's been here. Like you'll hear it in the mainstream.
But definitely where you can go anywhere in public or like I had went to the barbershop in October.
Right.
Actually, no, it was in November. And I heard people talking about Bitcoin. And
at the barbershop.
And I was like, oh, shit. Like,
not talking about
that kind of...
The football game or the basketball game.
Well, they were talking a lot of shit, but...
That's what people do at barbershops.
At one point, one of the guys was talking about Bitcoin, that a friend of his had like 340 million, but he thought that he was full of shit.
340?
Like yeah. But
well, the barbershop is the correct place to talk shit.
I mean, at that time, Bitcoin is probably like I don't know, maybe close to 10,000.
5 months ago.
Well, no, in November, yeah.
Okay.
It was like right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like when Black Friday happened, that's when it just took off. It mooned. It just mooned from Black Friday.
What about that day made it take off?
Well, the thing is, from when I've been in Bitcoin, from when I actually bought Bitcoin, the thing is, it was a mission to get it back in the day. So it was all through your laptop or your desktop. And
You're touching upon it now. Back in the day, so question is, we got a question actually, a few questions.
Okay.
How do you get? Wait, where is it? Yeah, they want to. They're basically asking, how do you get into Bitcoin? How do you obtain it? Well, you're kind of touching on it.
Yeah. So now it's very easy, a lot easier, especially in the last couple of weeks. So if any of you have the Cash App, if you update the app, now you could buy Bitcoin in Cash App.
I think I have that app.
Yeah.
I just never used it.
If you do the update, yeah, I can show you right now on my phone.
On
you
your
can
phone?
buy Bitcoin in Cash App.
Yeah.
You could do it through Coinbase as well. Coinbase is how I started. But look, you load up Cash App. Now their logo for the app,
right?
The icon has changed, but
it's okay. There it is.
You click it, and you have the option at the top now for cash or BTC.
Oh.
So if you want to buy,
you click on the. Oh, I see. Cash and BTC.
Yeah.
Dude, that's badass.
So you can click on the BTC to the right. And you can spend a maximum of $10,000
on the app.
On the app, yeah, to buy.
Just.
Bitcoin. You can spend a maximum of 10,000. I guess because after 10,000, the IRS.
Uncle Sam comes knocking.
Sam is gonna want to know who the hell is doing what.
Wants a cut.
Yeah.
We'll get into.
But yeah, so
we'll get into Uncle Sam in a minute.
So you can do it through Cash App now. If you update your app, you now have the option.
So for let's say I get the Cash App.
Yeah.
How do I obtain a Bitcoin? Is it simple? Is it too costly now?
Well, look right here. You click on buy,
right,
and you have a slider.
I see it.
Move the slider to the right. You can spend as little as $1.
Okay, that's to purchase the actual Bitcoin, and now I'm purchasing one coin.
No, you're purchasing $1 of a Bitcoin.
Because the Bitcoin value is in the thousands.
Yeah, depending.
As of yesterday, I don't know about today.
Yeah, right now.
Because I know that changes every day or every few hours.
It changes, live 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7. It's always
right
on.
now. The price is at $9,015
for one coin.
Yeah, for one Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, which we just breached 9,000 about 24 hours ago. We had hit in the 6,000s, and
is this a record for the Bitcoin?
No. The record all-time high was in December. I believe it was the 17th, and it was 20,000.
So 2 months ago
on exchanges. Yeah,
that's when it was hitting the mainstream media, and then especially last month, right after New Year's, it was even again. It came back in the media. Yeah. I see.
Well, the thing too is because Coinbase made it a lot easier. Their application is very user friendly. But the thing is, Coinbase is an app. You can go to their website, Coinbase.com. You can purchase, 4 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Litecoin. Litecoin has gone up.
Litecoin is another one that I've heard.
Yeah.
So going back to Bitcoin, and then we can go into the other ones. So Bitcoin, would you say, is the godfather of crypto, or was this? I in the documentary, I think they mentioned one potential possible godfather, but Bitcoin came in and said, no, we're gonna be the ones to take this over.
Now, do you mean like Marlon Brando? Or
yeah, something like that, But what was
so Bitcoin? Yes, it was the first cryptocurrency. Now there is that documentary on Netflix, Banking on Bitcoin.
Right, great documentary.
Yes,
I was hooked from beginning to end. It's not long; it's like an hour and 15 minutes, but you get a lot of info.
Yeah. Now
it does tell you the positives and the negatives in that documentary, and you're gonna see, because they're gonna talk about the criminal aspect, which I want you to touch upon in a bit, but we were talking about. Damn, I forgot already. Oh yeah, we were talking about
the origins.
The origins.
So basically, crypto systems.
I had a little bit too much to drink. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Crypto systems pretty much were started out like in the late 90s. Mm-hmm. It's been a work in progress. So it's been bits and pieces that built up to what we have Bitcoin now.
And based on the going from the documentary, back when it started with the cryptocurrency, it was just like, hey man, a guy or something made it in the late 90s just to see what they can do, and they just gave it to a friend. Oh, I'll give you this, and you give it back to me.
Exchange.
It was just peer to peer at that point.
Yeah.
It wasn't open. online yet.
Yeah, it was a very small. Yeah, they didn't have a big user base.
Like you would have to be in the same office.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I remember seeing.
Yeah. So it's changed. It's grown a lot. There were issues where in the ledger, where pretty much all the data stored of the cryptocurrency. At the time, they had issues with double spending. So there were a few issues. So
like around what time were there issues with double spending?
I mean, I would say until Bitcoin, and I mean with Bitcoin, there have been.
So this is the early stages of Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, in the early stages, there have been like rumors where there might be issues with double spending if you can get a big share of the mining.
Right.
Then you can alter the blockchain. You can alter that ledger to modify, records, which you can say, Robert had 0.5 Bitcoin, but now Robert has 500,000 Bitcoin. If you were able to do that with all that mining power. But this was back when Bitcoin was very young and,
So this is like 9 years ago, maybe 8 years ago.
To 2010. After like 2011, back in the day, you could be able to mine in a laptop. You could be able to mine on a desktop.
I've seen videos about that.
There were a lot of people that mined Bitcoin back in the days with their desktop, with their laptops, spare laptops that they had.
They would complain, or their wives would complain, that the electric bill was so high because of the processing power used to mine.
Well, yes, but in the early days, it wasn't really that costly because, you're talking about when Bitcoin was like 25 cents.
Right.
10 cents.
Shit, I should have bought some.
The
9,000 to 25 cents.
The user base was very small, so there's not a lot of action going on. There's not a lot of volume going on, so it's easier to mine. But basically, that didn't happen. Like Bitcoin is fine. What did happen at that time? Bitcoin was fast. It was cheap to transfer money.
Right.
So I could send you like a few bits or Bitcoin. And in about 10 minutes...
Worth 25 cents at the time.
Yeah. And you'll have it in about 10 minutes of confirmations. You could check in the blockchain and you'd see, okay, it's in your wallet. You could see, all right.
Now, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Now, how do you're saying send it? So somebody's listening and they want to know how do you give me... First, what do you need? You need a wallet, you said?
Yeah, you need a wallet.
Mm-hmm. First, you need to actually own a Bitcoin or part of it.
Yeah. So
and you own it in your wallet. You store it there.
You can either buy Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, or you can have somebody that has it give it to you. Now, there's 21 million Bitcoins that will ever be mined.
Right.
Right now, we currently
have the max that's out there.
The maximum. Well, the maximum that will ever be mined. Right now, I'll tell you the actual number. I believe we're at 17 million. And the year 2140 will be the year that every single Bitcoin will have ever be mined.
Will be mined.
So,
okay,
that's what causes the price to go up because it's such a rare thing. So Bitcoin was supposed to be like gold,
right?
Gold is rare, it's a precious metal, and it's something that to mine it is very difficult. You've got to go through a lot.
And this. Going back when we were hanging out, this goes back into when the market was at the lowest in 2008 when the market crashed. Remember that crash?
Yeah.
That's when I noticed, and maybe you noticed, that's when cryptocurrency started to come up because they're like, okay, the dollar is going down.
Yeah.
We need something like gold. The gold was going up. Silver was going up. You used to tell me these things.
Yeah.
And then here's cryptocurrency, Bitcoin.
Yeah. Bitcoin
evolved out of this negative thing in the stock market.
Yeah, it started out at fractions of a penny. It was worth nothing. Mt. Gox was the exchange that which started off as a gaming site. I believe it stands for
I think you're right.
Magic the Gaming.
Wait, was it that card game?
Magic, yeah. It was
the Gathering. Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering exchange.
Right.
Something like that.
So it kept the initials. I remember the initial
like
state of the game. But
that's what Mt. Gox. Yeah, that's what that. So when I first heard about Bitcoin, that's where I went to try to get it.
Right.
But at that time, it was such a mission just to get it. The UI of the website was horrible. It was ugly. It was not.
It was not user friendly.
It wasn't user friendly, and it just made it seem like it's kind of sketchy. Like this is something brand new. This just came out a couple of years ago or a year ago, and I actually heard about Bitcoin through the gold and silver markets because that's how they pushed it as digital gold.
Digital cash. When you were back when the market was basically coming out of the shithole.
Yeah,
that's when. And you were like telling me, "Oh, you should get into silver." I'm like, "Yeah, I should."
Yeah, I mean, silver went up from when I got into it $12 to $50.
Yeah.
Then it pulled back. Right now, it's like at $16.
Yeah.
But
that's when
the big guys in Wall Street they keep that they keep
it down. Yeah.
But the thing with cryptocurrency is that it's not subject to any government, to any. Now there are whales that own a lot. They could sell 100,000, 500,000 Bitcoin, dump it, and that'll lower the price. And then it causes like this domino where, somebody sees it like, oh, shoot, the market is crashing.
Right.
People get scared. Everybody sells. And that's when you should buy. Because the thing is, it's not like the stock market where like, 4:30, 5 o'clock, you look at your app. Or you log in and you're like, okay, the market's closed. This is the price. Now, there is some stocks that trade after hours.
Right.
But some of them don't. And, you pretty much have a fixed price. When the market is closed over the weekend, like gold and silver markets, that price is fixed until Monday or until Sunday night when the Asian market's open.
And there's a reason for that, so that you can go spend it on the weekend.
Exactly. So with Bitcoin, it's up 24/7. So it's hard to... the price fluctuates so much.
So let's say a person is going to buy something. Let's say I want to go buy a car with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh man, the market went down, so now this coin is not worth.
Well,
they have to be concerned about that.
I mean,
or is it not that drastic?
That can happen. But before I get into that, let me just finish up with the Mt. Gox thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So back then it was so difficult to buy a Bitcoin. It was just,
you guys hear a popping sound. That's my shoulder.
It was just like, is this really real? This was just sketchy because it was something just brand new. So then, going into like 2011, you see like $5, whatever. 2012, you see like $20. And then what happened was, so the way that the Bitcoins get generated. In 2009, January, when it first started, every time you mine a block, which you use your miner to solve complex math problems. And
when you say you, that's that person with their computer?
Yeah, with their mining hardware. They have a mining rig.
How long could it take for one person to mine something?
So
at that time, I don't know if it changes now.
So at that time, you could have... In 24 hours, you could have probably mined maybe 100, 200 Bitcoin.
The actual
Bitcoin.
On.
Because the thing is, every 10 minutes, a block gets mined. It's just which one of the miners is going to mine that block. So every miner is fighting to solve that block. And basically what solve that block means is the blockchain is a ledger or it's a log of the whole Bitcoin sphere. So basically it keeps a log of where every Bitcoin is at, who has what address has what. If you transact from one address to another address, it just keeps that. So every 10 minutes it has to update because there's a lot of traffic going on.
So that right there, somebody's listening and thinking, wow, so that's tracking what's going on. Like you said, mining, the transactions for like this person, I want to give it to so-and-so.
Yeah.
But that's encrypted from what I've heard.
It's encrypted.
That nobody can trace it. Or is it traceable?
Well, okay, so the encryption is unbreakable.
That's okay.
So I've got a paper wallet that I threw cryptocurrencies in, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or some people call it Dogecoin now. But back in the days when it first came out in 2013, they called it Dogecoin. So
that was in the documentary.
So I know it as Dogecoin and Litecoin.
Litecoin is another big one.
I threw them in there, and just months ago I was like, let me take a look, and it looked in the blockchain. I didn't have to pull out the paper wallet, but I could just look in the blockchain with the address, plug the address in,
right?
Boom, the balance is still there. So the encryption is unbreakable. Now I'm sure you can break it if all you need is your private key. So there's a public key,
right,
which is for you to view and the public to view it. So if you want to donate, it's like, here's my address, so you could read it and you can send.
So you're letting that, let's say you want to donate to a charity, you're letting that charity know that you yourself, because your name is there on that key. Or is that what you're saying?
Well, no, your name is not on the key. So
you have to allow it. You have to give it permission.
No, it's a trustless system. So basically, your name, your address, anything about you is not associated to your address. To generate a wallet is, think of like email.
Right.
I have an email address. You have an email address.
Right.
I might be gmail.com. You might be AOL.com.
Exactly.
Hotmail.com, or
whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You could be anything.com, and then, my email address is on a different server. Yours is on a different server, but there's a protocol to transmit and send that mail over to you.
Got it.
So that's kind of the same concept with Bitcoin. It's just a protocol, a standard to transact value, which is called the cryptocurrency. So your name is not associated to a wallet. Now, basically, you could download an app like the BitWallet app if you have an iPhone.
There's dozens of wallets on the mobile phones.
Yeah. Exodus is one of the best wallets I've heard of. There's a lot of different wallets out there.
Are these wallets free, or some of them, or most of them have fees?
I would say pretty much almost all of them are free. Now, there is fees when you transact any cryptocurrency, depending on the wallet you have, what cryptocurrency you're using, whether it's Litecoin, it's Bitcoin, it's Bitcoin Cash. Whatever you're moving, you could be charged a network fee based on the wallet that you're using. So it might be possible. Coinbase, up to now, they're starting to lower their fees.
For the wallet?
Well, for whenever you send anything out, like Bitcoin.
Got it.
The Litecoin fee is always cheaper, but basically, your name is not tied to your address. So if you download a app,
right,
which is a wallet app,
you
could generate as many addresses as you want. You could just click the button, it'll generate it. So there's a function in the programming that generates a random number, a random key.
Right.
So all that you got to do is just use your public key to have somebody send value over to you.
So just to get an example, you have a wallet, I have a wallet.
Yeah.
How?
We're talking all digital wallet.
Right, digital wallet for cryptocurrency. So the wallet's in my phone. I downloaded it, and you have it on your phone.
Yeah.
I want to send you a coin. What do I need to do with my wallet?
So
on my phone,
there's a QR code, which is like a square.
The little QR scanner.
The little square thing you can scan. If you want the coin, you got to say, look, here's my QR code. I pull out my phone, open up my app. I clicked on the send button.
Yeah.
And then it's going to give me the option to either paste or scan the QR code. You can text me your public address, and then I can just copy it and paste it onto...
so I verbally give you my address. You punch it into your wallet on your phone, and then I'm going to see something that says, do you wish to continue? No. It just sends it?
Your job is done.
Oh, okay.
With the QR code, that's done. Once I push send,
right,
then it goes into a queue for that to be mined in the blockchain. So to update the record that now you have X amount of coin,
so
Bitcoin or whatever.
So you hit send. You're gonna take the Bitcoin that I gave you from my digital wallet on my phone to your digital wallet. How long does that take? Is it seconds? Is it instant, or is there some delay?
So if you do Bitcoin,
Right.
I'll share a frustration I had not that long ago.
Tell us what
So
happened.
in December,
Right.
when Bitcoin hit 20K,
Yeah.
now people think, don't get it twisted that, oh, it hit 20K. It was there for 5 months. No, it was at 20K for a few minutes, maybe
A few minutes,
maybe,
yeah. It wasn't
maybe
long.
10, 15 minutes at the most.
Right.
Coinbase crashed.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot buy or sell anything on Coinbase. If you
It was
wanted to
down.
refresh,
It was down.
yeah, I was trying to refresh the app on a website. I couldn't do
Nothing.
it because there was so much traffic. They didn't have the capability to scale up to that amount of traffic.
Yeah, I was on Twitter around that time, and people were like, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that."
Yeah.
Like it was, Twitter
You
was
couldn't
going
cash
crazy.
out.
Yeah.
You couldn't cash out. By the time you could cash out,
Has
like
that
I
ever
said,
happened before?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it has.
Coinbase it's happened. The thing is, because when we reached these all-time highs, which last year was all-time high after all-time high after all-time high, before that was 2013 in December when we reached the previous all-time high. But whenever it reaches that all-time high, Coinbase crashes,
Right.
and it's because there's just so much traffic that it causes bottlenecks in their databases, and they're
not meant to handle.
yeah,
that.
they can't handle that much volume of traffic. And that's just all it is. It's just volume of different users throughout the world that want to buy Bitcoin.
This is for Bitcoin overall, or for Coinbase?
Well, Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is the most popular app right now to buy cryptocurrency, which you can buy 4 of them. They made $1 billion in revenue last year.
Wow.
With their fees and their,
Are their fees high?
Yes, I mean, but they're like, so you can buy with your bank, with your checking account, which it takes like 2 weeks for it to go into your wallet, your Coinbase wallet.
Coinbase wallet.
Which
okay.
is actually a hot wallet, which Coinbase is. Coinbase is the custodian of your public and private keys, which, by the way, I have a paper wallet to demonstrate.
Okay.
From back in the day.
Back in the day.
It's a Litecoin paper wallet for you to keep.
Oh, I got to take a picture of this.
You can see the OS I used.
Yeah.
Ubuntu.
I see.
From back in the day.
Can I take a picture of it?
Dude, that's yours.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, thanks.
And
okay.
I'm actually going to send you some Litecoin to demonstrate how this works.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look, my phone is scanning the QR code.
Yeah.
Automatically.
This is the private key. This is secret.
It says, "Do you wish to share?"
You may not want to post this.
No, I won't post it. It's just for me.
Yeah, or just cover it, but make sure that you cover this. Because
cover this part.
if your phone gets hacked,
Yeah.
and let's say you have like 1,000 Litecoin.
Oh, fuck.
Let's say Litecoin is $500.
Listen, hackers, don't hack my phone.
If you have 1,000 Litecoin is $500, and they hack your phone and they take this key,
Yeah.
then they can. This is used to spend.
That right there.
Yeah, this is used for in, and this is used for out.
Out. I
So
see.
in binary terms.
Right.
So to send Litecoin, all you got to do. So like if I'm gonna send to you, I just got to go to my Litecoin wallet.
Right.
I have a couple, and I just got to do like this little send button,
Yeah, I see.
and then I'll just do 0.1.
Okay.
Click send, and here I can either paste
Right.
QR code, which you can see. You're not gonna verbally tell me this. Oh,
No.
L lowercase b.
No, just scan it.
Take forever. So click on this.
It's too long. You're gonna scan it. Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
So it pops up. You can see the last few digits or the last few characters.
They match. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the network fee. It's pretty low.
I see it. Yeah.
Where with Bitcoin, it's a much higher fee.
That's the fee that comes out of your actual bank.
No. Out of my wallet. So
I see your crypto wallet.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So.
So
send and that's it.
So there's no in this app. There's no actual dollar being used. It's just your wallet, your crypto wallet.
I'm just sending you Litecoin.
Got it.
So I mean, now the Litecoin is worth US dollars.
Right.
but I'm giving you Litecoin.
You gave me 0.0001 was
0.1.
0.1. Okay.
Which the price of Litecoin is low right now.
Mm-hmm.
The price of Litecoin is up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to contradict what I said.
Right.
Now, obviously, we're not in $20,000 Bitcoin anymore. Which when it hit 20,000, Litecoin hit at about $400
for one. Litecoin.
Yeah, for one Litecoin. There are calls out there for $20,000 Litecoin. So if that were to happen, I just gave you $2,000 in the future.
So thanks. I'll make sure to give you some of that in interest. So since I'm new to this, so you gave it to me, but you actually scanned this code. How do I obtain it? Do I have to I have to follow these instructions?
Well, so yeah, these are the instructions on how to maintain your wallet.
Right.
Now, if you can go on the blockchain and you can check the address, you can use the scanner app.
I think my phone died.
Look, I have a scanner app
which
here.
one do I scan?
So I
the left one or the right one?
You always want to scan this one.
Oh, okay. So
always scan the one that says share your public address.
Got it. How do I?
Okay. And then isn't it give you the code and then copy it?
Oh, it just said that. I searched. That was just a Google search.
Oh, okay, no. So,
don't do that.
Okay, so copy that key.
Copy
your public key. Copy it to your
QR
clipboard.
I got it. I got it to my clipboard.
Okay, and then in your address in Safari, go to live.blockcipher.com.
Okay, live.blockcipher. Oh, I see it. It generated it. Siri knows. Thank you, Siri.
Yeah.
She knows.
And then
like that?
Yeah, and then paste your address. Well, click the drop down and then click on LTC or Litecoin. LTC, yeah. And
so
then
that's that one.
Yeah, and then paste your public key, and you'll see Litecoin takes about 2.5 minutes.
And hit search?
Yeah. And you'll see in the Litecoin blockchain, you'll have 0.1 Litecoin.
0.1.
Well, it should be pending.
So I see this now.
That's your QR
there
code.
it is.
That is this, yeah.
Oh, dang.
So Litecoin is a very fast cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I see. So now, if we would have done this through Bitcoin, would it have happened this fast? No.
Now,
is that because of the amount of users, or what does that?
Well, it's got to do with the software.
Got it. Okay.
So the thing is that the block size.
One thing I noticed, it says unconfirmed. What does that mean?
Unconfirmed, yeah. So okay, so now that's the point I wanted to hit.
Yes.
Now with Bitcoin, it could take about 10 minutes. It's supposed to take about 10 minutes to get at least one confirmation.
Right.
Confirmation means that a miner solved that block, and the consensus means that everybody is saying that, okay, now you have 0.1 Litecoin.
Like this is legit. They're basically saying we agreed to this transaction.
The whole network is saying now you have 0.1 Litecoin, but the confirmation happens once the block gets solved. Some wallets or the exchanges need for you to have at least 3 confirmations.
Right.
Which that with Litecoin it's faster. If you refresh it like every couple of minutes, you'll probably see you might have 1 confirmation, and then after time you'll get like a bunch. But once you get at least 1 confirmation, it's solid.
It's gone.
Okay.
So it just says transaction now. Before it said unconfirmed.
Yeah. So the transaction is confirmed, and it'll get more confirmations. Just basically, the consensus is just that you have 0.1 now.
This is pretty badass. I'm excited.
Yeah.
My first crypto exchange.
Yeah.
Or transaction.
Yeah. A transaction you got like
live here. Well, not live, but live on this recording.
Yeah.
So
so with Bitcoin that would have taken a long time, and the reason why is because
long like minutes maybe?
No. Hours, maybe
hours.
Days. Now I was trying to exchange some Bitcoin into Ripple. Which Ripple is symbol XRP. Ripple was the biggest gainer last year. So where if you would have put like $1,000 in Ripple in January 2017, it was worth a fraction of a penny. It ended the year
a fraction of a penny.
It ended the year like at $1. No, I think it was like 330 something. It was like 350.
$3 and change.
350.
per coin.
XRP Ripple.
XRP.
Yeah. So it was the biggest gainer. Fractions. It was like a 0.001 of a penny or something.
So it was it the fastest gainer in cryptocurrency within
no,
that time?
Well,
no?
For just the overall year 2017, it was the biggest gainer.
Oh, in the year.
Yeah,
okay.
where people say, "Oh, but Bitcoin went from $700-$800 to 20,000." But yeah, Ripple fractions of a penny.
Yeah,
if you would have put 1,000,
that's a fraction.
Yeah. But I think the profit is that maybe it wasn't even 1,000. It might have been like 100. You would have had like 350 grand at the end of the year. But in value, if you would have sold at that time, now Ripple right now is like at 80 cents. But I got into Ripple like at 90 cents. I saw it go from like 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents.
You still have it?
I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ripple, now they're not a decentralized cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Decentralized meaning it's not a distributed system, a ledger that's shared in the blockchain. It's more like there's a big data center that houses all of the mining power in that crypto.
You're talking about Ripple.
Yeah. So that's why people don't like it, because a lot of banks fuck with Ripple.
So Ripple is more or less has a lot of eyes watching over it, while Bitcoin there's really nobody or nothing.
But I mean, they're looking at both. The thing is, in the crypto world, a lot of there's like Bitcoin maximalists, like die hard, like almost like a cult type, religious,
I gotcha.
thing where Bitcoin is the only thing, and everything else is just a shitcoin. And it's just a scam. So everything is a scam. Everything is a shitcoin. Bitcoin is the only thing. Now, Ripple came out back in the day too. I think it was like 2011 or something, and it was always like fluctuating up and down worth pennies. And the reason why is because there's more Ripple. There's like 38 billion or 39 billion now.
Really?
Ripple that like circulate. So that's why it's cheaper versus Bitcoin 20. Well, right now we're like at 16,900,000 something thousand. We're at about 17 million. So Ripple, they're saying that it might reach like $5 by the end of the year, but that's if we go on an uptrend. But we've been on a downtrend.
As you mentioned earlier, that Bitcoin has a maximum of 21
million that will ever be mined.
Ripple, what's their maximum for mining?
100 billion.
That's why it's worth so low.
That's why it's worth less. But they have a lot of partnerships with banks and a lot of businesses, and pretty much like they're more like a payment system. So you can send payments instantly for fractions of a penny, versus in Coinbase in December, if I wanted to send you $100 of Bitcoin,
right,
and I typed in $100 USD,
right,
and Coinbase automatically factored in the 0.00
what the value is,
what the value in BTC is,
right,
and I click send. You weren't gonna get that. You were gonna get out of your cut about $23 to $30 taken out, shaved off in fees.
I see, because of the fees.
Yeah, the fees were like sky high. So that kind of turned me off. I was like, man, like, I mean, I love the price. Don't get me wrong, but it's more of like a store of value.
But you're not getting a lot back if you think about it because of the fees.
Yeah, I mean, the higher you transact, the more higher your fee is going to be. So Bitcoin pretty much transformed from when it started as a payment system where you can instantly send payments. In about 10 minutes, you would have seen that confirmation.
Yeah.
Versus in Litecoin, 2.5 minutes. And the reason why is because Litecoin is a fork of the Bitcoin source code. A fork, we're not talking about veganism or nothing.
Right. We're not talking about food.
Yeah, we're talking about, it's just basically a copy of the source code.
Right.
But modified it where they made the block
size. It's like a clone, but just modified.
A clone modified, making it 4 times faster.
Got it.
So a quarter of 10 minutes is 2.5 minutes. You saw you got your confirmation.
I got it.
And it was quick.
It was like 30 seconds, I think.
And the thing is, the algorithm to mine Litecoin is script versus with Bitcoin, you need a lot of hashing power, hash rate to mine Bitcoin, but we'll get into that in a minute. But so basically, with Bitcoin right now, it takes a little while. So when I wanted to convert my Ripple, I moved some Bitcoin to a exchange because basically to buy any altcoin or any shitcoin, you need Bitcoin.
Right.
Or
and there is an actual coin called shitcoin.
I think there is.
There is.
But basically, people label altcoins as shitcoins.
Yeah.
Or even Bitcoin. That's just a joke in the crypto
in
world.
the crypto digital world.
In the crypto sphere, people say shitcoin all the time.
All the time as a little inside joke, maybe. Yeah.
So like right now when the market's been moving up, people are like, when you didn't buy the dip and your shitcoin
And
started taking off,
a little fucking.
like you could have bought some more and had some bigger gains. So.
So that's where I was gonna go. I don't know if you were going there, but the question was, where does one purchase Bitcoin? Now in this case, I'm gonna change that question. I want you to know also, where does one purchase Bitcoin? But what do you recommend is the best cryptocurrency for a new user to get into? Because you just mentioned Bitcoin seems a little complicated right now.
Well, I mean, they're all basically, when it comes to any cryptocurrency.
But it was easy for me because this was easy.
Yeah, because you just basically think in and out. You know, I'm sending to you and you're getting what I just sent.
What you sent,
basically, like the email system, I just sent you value.
An email, like example.
You could send me, 0.5 back or something. And, that's just the way it works. So it's just that easy. Now, what goes on under the hood, the mining and the software and the programming and all that, you don't have to worry about it as an end user. Now,
just like we don't worry about it when we send an email. It's just being done.
You don't. Yeah. Now, to buy Bitcoin, you could do the Coinbase thing, which, I mean, I started off with it because it was a lot easier. I started off with my laptop before I got a smartphone. Then you could do Cash App, but you could also do there's like the ATMs out there.
Yes.
Where you can buy Litecoin and Bitcoin. They're scattered throughout the place, but if you Google Bitcoin ATM, put your zip code, it'll show you a map, like a Google map of all the of all of them throughout. The zip code you're looking at.
And most of the big metropolitan cities have it.
Yeah, I'm within walking distance of actually 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So the only thing is this about the ATMs is that
does it look like a traditional ATM?
Yeah, it looks like an ATM. The only thing is this is that right now the Bitcoin price is at 9,000.
Right.
So where you would pay, let's say at Coinbase, with the fees, whatever. You're paying like 9,050.
Right.
Right now it's at 9,044. But let's say Coinbase, with their fees, whatever, you're paying 9,060. That's not bad. That's not too shabby. If you do it with your checking account, you'll get it in 2 weeks. The price could hit 7,000 by the time you get it, or the price could be at 20,000 in between that time frame.
Nobody knows what'll happen those 2 weeks. That's what.
Yeah, nobody knows. The price could hit 20,000, and you could have sold, made a nice gain, but you still have to wait. And then by the time you get it, it could be at 3,000, and you could be like, shit.
So why does it take 2 weeks for me to get it?
Well, because when you do it through your checking account in Coinbase,
I see.
It has to.
And you're talking about Bitcoin only. Not the other ones.
No, any crypto you buy in with your checking account.
Okay, gotcha.
But the good thing is that Coinbase allows you now to use your credit card or your debit card. So I use my debit card.
Faster with the debit card?
You get it instantly.
Nice.
So if I click buy right now, if I want to buy back what I just sent you.
Because you're buying a product.
Yeah, I'll show you right now.
Yeah, I got you.
So with a debit card, it's instant. It's like right away. But the only thing is that your limits to buy and sell is a lot lower than with the bank. Where with the bank, I've got like I got a pretty nice sizable limit. It's over 5,000.
Wow.
But before, you have to send documentation to get your limit upped.
Right.
So you might have to upload your driver's license.
With your local bank or whoever.
No, with the Coinbase.
The Coinbase.
So with Coinbase, it's kind of like a bank account. where you got to upload your checking account, routing number. You can upload your credit card, your debit card to pay with that.
Right. Let's see if I find.
So like, let's say here Litecoin.
Right.
I'm gonna buy 0.1.
Okay.
You can see I have the option to buy with my credit card.
So you just hit 0.1,
Yeah.
and on the right next to it says 1823 in USD. What does that mean? That's the value of
That's
0.1.
the value, yeah, 0.1. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's actually the price is going up.
It's going up.
It's very volatile.
So you're gonna hit buy.
So hit buy, and do I want to?
You hit confirm. So
and that's it.
So $18 from your debit card bought that 0.1 Litecoin.
Yeah, and it's gonna show up in my wallet now.
Let's see. Wow, look at how instant.
Yeah.
It tells you.
And I got the email.
Okay, what's this price on the top though? That 1.6.
That's the Litecoin spot price. So as like the
I
Litecoin,
see.
it's at 167. Now the only thing is with Coinbase, when you buy it instantly, you might pay a little bit of a higher fee, maybe like 15-20%. But you get it instantly. So there's no waiting, like
minutes or hours.
Yeah. Because my brothers, they actually bought some Litecoin recently, while it was low, and they were waiting for like 2 weeks, and like, man, this is crazy to have to wait.
Yeah.
You just want to get it, like how you just got your.
I just got mine. Like instant.
Yeah. So Coinbase, I would say, is the most user friendly once you set up, your checking account, your credit card. If you want it instantly, use your credit card. If you want to wait 2 weeks, use your checking account.
With this, I use Coinbase or something else.
If you want to cash out to USD.
I see.
Or Cash App. Well, Cash App is only for Bitcoin. But you could exchange your Litecoin for Bitcoin and then move that Bitcoin to Cash App to sell it. But when you transact Bitcoin, there's very high fees. Right. So that $16, you might get like $1 in your Cash App, and then the fees, you might wind up with like 30 cents. So
yeah, with nothing.
So HODL that Litecoin, which HODL is HODL. Which is hold on to dear life. Yeah. Which was actually it was a spelling error, a typo on a Reddit post where people were like, hold your cryptos, hold your Bitcoin. Yeah. People say HODL now. HODL. So.
I'm actually looking for something because when I was listening to Antoine Antonopoulos, he mentioned a lot about Bitcoin, and I forgot most of it, but I did save an actual physical wallet because he actually doesn't. Hardware. He doesn't like having it on your phone. Yeah. On your, even though he has it on his phone to show people when he does these conferences, he has a little bit on his phone. He knows it's safe, but he likes a physical hardware wallet. Yeah. And they asked him how much is in that physical hardware wallet. He's like, in the thousands of Bitcoin. That's and in money, that's what he has. Yeah, yeah. Now, do you see a pro to having a physical wallet or wallet? Yeah, or
so you're in Amazon, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for one. I have it saved here, but I can't find it.
There's two hardware manufacturers, hardware wallet manufacturers.
Let me just Google.
There's the Trezor, TREZR hardware wallet, and there's the Ledger Nano S. The Ledger Nano S is the most popular hardware wallet out there right now.
Oh, I see it. I just put Ledger and it just came up.
But if you're going to buy it, do not buy it on Amazon. Do not buy it on eBay, because there was a guy who had his life savings. He had, let me tell you right now, he had tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in Ripple in his Ledger Nano S. And
he bought it
off of, he bought it off of Amazon.
Got it.
Whoever he bought it off of Amazon had his private key. And they jacked all his shit.
He had the key in the wallet.
He bought a open boxed Ledger Nano S.
So it was a used one. It wasn't brand new.
It wasn't direct from the manufacturer. Right. So people say buy it directly from the manufacturer's website.
Is the safest thing that you recommend? The best way?
Well,
or no?
I mean, I don't have a hardware wallet. I do have a couple of wallets on my phone only because I don't really switch phones. The problem with having wallets on your phone or your laptop is that, like, there's new phones coming out every year, every 6 months. So where you might have an iPhone, you know, let's go back, you know, some years back, you might have the 5, then the 6 comes out, you get the 6, the 7.
Is it difficult to transfer the wallet from phone to phone?
Well, nowadays with wallets, there's usually a passphrase for your keys, which is like 12 or 20 words. You have to memorize them or write them down.
Oh, he did talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whenever if you switch phones, you lose your phone or whatever, if you have
they can't take it unless they know that 12 or 21 key.
Yeah.
That only you would know.
Yeah.
Got
which
it.
that phrase is just basically generates those keys. So
so my phone is stolen. Let's say somebody comes, takes my phone.
Yeah.
I have my wallet here. I'm like, oh fuck. I now my Bitcoin or my Litecoin is gone.
Yeah.
But then you just said no, it's not, because they don't know your phrase.
Yeah, that's if you have that type of wallet.
Right.
If you have your stuff in Coinbase, if you bought in Coinbase, you have it sitting there. I've had
Don't tell me that Coinbase doesn't have that phrase, because that's not secure.
No. Okay, so Coinbase manages your public and private keys.
Is this how the wallet looks like, the ledger, or is I'm looking at the wrong one?
USB drive.
I see.
It looks like an old.
I've seen them looking. I've seen a bigger one, but maybe that's just the older one.
Yeah, the Ledger Nano S is the main one.
So this is just a wallet, and it's selling here for $150 on Amazon. The key is attached to it, or is it separate?
No, the key is programmed inside. And there is like a application where on your desktop you can verify or manage your wallet, and then you could sync it also. And then you can also add other cryptocurrencies there. So they start to add like Ledger Nano S will start to add like different cryptocurrencies, so you can add those to your Ledger Nano S, because I believe by default it's only Bitcoin and like a few of the most like top 5, top 10 coins.
So the wallet cannot hold multiple currencies, or can it?
The wallet can hold multiple currencies. However, the problem with that is that it doesn't have the capacity to store large volumes of a lot of coin. So if you have like,
so you would need multiple wallets.
You would have to buy like multiple hardware wallets, and let's say you have like 1,000 Ripple, it might be able to store it there, and if you have like 500 Litecoin, it might run out of space, so it might not, because it's a little USB like flash
drive.
Yeah. But you don't want to buy.
Oh, that's the guy that you told me.
Yeah, secondhand. They stole his. It was 25,000 pounds, which to US dollars was $34,000.
Wow.
So 34,000 in a market that went up.
Yeah.
He might have had. It might have been worth 5,000 or 2,000, maybe a few $100, and stolen like that because he went onto Amazon or whatever and bought it. Yeah, but everybody recommends, if you're gonna buy it directly from the manufacturer. So you could do a hardware wallet that could work.
And the manufacturer for Ledger and Nano is Mint Cell, no? Am I reading it right? It says sold by Mint Cell, fulfilled by Amazon. It says it's new.
No, it says with Mint Cell. I believe the brand is Ledger Nano S.
Oh, Ledger. Okay.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
So what? Oh, but you don't. You said that you don't use.
It's ledgerwallet.com.
What is he doing here?
Ledgerwallet.com.
Right here. Oh, I see. What is this?
That
he took it apart.
I believe that's like a USB type feature.
Like a safe. Oh, I see the cable. He's hooking up the cable. Yeah. I see. Like to this Mac.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So ledgerwallet.com.
Wallet. Okay.
Yeah, ledgerwallet.com. You can get them now. The Nano S is on pre-order. The next batch is scheduled to be released March 27th.
Wow.
So new pricing. Yeah, there'll be new pricing, including free shipping to the United States.
What's the cost when it does come out? Does it show the cost?
I've seen it for like $150.
That's what they're selling here.
Yeah, so it's about like $150, 79, I guess, euros. But the only thing I don't like about it is that it's limited to the amount of cryptocurrency you can store in it. So it's not like, oh yeah, that's my one end all.
Versus digital, like in your phone, which is unlimited.
Yeah, you can have as much. Yeah, because that's basically it's not like the Nano S just doesn't have the capability. I mean, unless if they upgrade and add more memory, which I think they should. But if you do it like on your desktop with the Exodus wallet, Exodus is a pretty popular wallet you can use. That one, it's not gonna, you can have thousands, millions of cryptocurrency. So that is a hardware wallet. You could do a paper wallet, like I just showed you.
Yeah.
To do a paper wallet,
so I have to carry this around with me if I want to use it, or
no? I mean, you can pretty much copy your private key and have it somewhere safe. You could probably have it in paper. I mean, yeah, if you want to use it, but usually with that kind of stuff, if you're going to use it, then it's probably best to scan from your paper wallet to a digital wallet.
Got it.
In your phone, and then spend it.
So this part?
No, you'd have to scan this part,
that part
to spend it, to transfer the funds from this wallet to your wallet,
the wallet
on
the phone.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that's the way that it works.
So for a beginner that's trying to get into cryptocurrency, you don't recommend Bitcoin at this moment to get into it? Like start somewhere else?
Well, I mean, Bitcoin right now is more of like a store of value. So
because I was going to ask you, like, okay, what do you suggest for me to do? But you already gave me Litecoin.
Yeah.
Is this Litecoin?
Yeah, that's Litecoin.
So I'm already in Litecoin. What do you suggest someone like me do with this point? I forgot what it was.
So pretty much
Litecoin.
The main point is to hodl your crypto, and when the price goes up, you sell. Now, Bitcoin is what drives the cryptocurrency market. So when Bitcoin goes up, every other crypto
all
goes
the
up.
other ones follow.
And right now, there's over 1,500 cryptocurrencies.
1,500.
Yeah. Right now is at 1,549 cryptocurrencies, and they all have different use cases. Some of them are lending platforms. Some of them are scams. Some of them are for payment systems like Ripple, Litecoin.
And how can I tell, like someone like new into this crypto world, tell what's a scam, like a crypto scam?
So, if you go to coinmarketcap.com, that's the website where you get the overall snapshot of the whole cryptocurrency market. You could take a look at all 1,500 coins. If there's a coin that you like, then it gives you all of their data.
CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, coinmarketcap.com. So like if you click on on Litecoin,
it's already charged. I can take this. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm clicking on that one.
Then like if you click, just pick anyone. I got it. All right.
I'll leave it there for a second. So this is it.
Yeah.
Let me go down. Oh, that's the same shit you were showing me on your computer.
So,
I see. Ripple. So why are they numbered here? What's that for?
That's just basically it's basically the market cap.
Right.
The market cap is just the current value of all of the coins in circulation. Okay. So if the price of Bitcoin is at 9,000 whatever.
Right.
Then the market cap is, right now it's at $151 billion. $151 billion market cap just means all the coins are worth $151 billion in total. Yeah.
All the cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Well, no, all of the Bitcoin in circulation.
I see.
Here, if you look at this column,
right,
the supply right now is
16 million.
Yeah, 16 million, almost 17 million. So 17 million, multiply that by the price,
which is 9,000.
You get 151
billion. Got it. Oh, I see here. Market cap.
So basically, the number one is Bitcoin is at the top. It has the highest market cap.
And Litecoin is right here in sixth place.
Sixth place. But if you were to click like on Litecoin.
Oh, click it here?
Yeah, click on that. And then if you want to see what coin is a scam, if you scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll give you a snapshot. You see on the left side, it gives you like the social. And there's a social tab.
Lower?
No, right there where you see the graph.
I see the graph.
There's a tab that says social.
Where's the tab? Oh, I see it. So
Yeah.
I click on that?
Yeah, and it'll give you like their Twitter information and all that.
Uh-huh.
If you're a cryptocurrency and you got some, you got like a real project going on, I think you should at least have a Twitter account.
Got it.
Or some kind of social media presence.
So you can see what's going on.
Yeah, because you want to be able to trust, that cryptocurrency.
Oh, they're even on
sure
Reddit.
it's not a scam.
Litecoin.reddit.
Yeah. Most of them are on Reddit, but that's how you can tell, like, get some insight into every coin.
So this is... So right now, one Litecoin is worth $166.54 in U.S. currency. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. It was worth a year ago.
What was it?
It was worth $4. $4.
In a year, it went up
To 400. From 4 to 400. 4 to 400.
Incredible. So, what does one? Let's say it goes up, or let's say I had one actual Litecoin. I have okay. What would you recommend someone like me do with that Litecoin? Keep it or sell it, like you mentioned, when it goes up, or
so?
And who do I sell it to?
So as of recently, there are a lot of merchants that are picking up Litecoin. LitePay is the biggest one as of recently, where you can get a Visa debit card, and you can point your wallet to the Visa debit card, and you can spend your Litecoin like that. But
it transfers it into U.S. dollars.
Yeah. So if you wanted to use
Nice.
$5 worth and get a cup of coffee at Starbucks,
Right.
you can do that and use your LitePay Visa debit card, and you could do that. But it defeats the purpose if you're holding on for the value to go up. Because at the end of the day, that point or fraction of a Litecoin that you send,
right,
that $5 could be worth, $500 in a matter of months or a couple of years. And,
right.
I would say hold on to your...
in 1 year, $4 turned into 166.
Yeah. You could see by the charts that it went up.
So you just recommend better to hold on unless you have more than one.
Hold on or just stack up.
Right.
Stack up. Find a cryptocurrency that, you've researched, that you feel like, it's a solid project or a use case for whatever it is. And, just go with it. Now, in the coin market cap, it'll show you where those coins are listed in the exchange.
Right.
Exchange, if you click on there.
Do I have to go up?
No.
I see in the bottom.
Markets. Yeah, sorry.
Markets.
In the markets tab, you'll see where they're listed, and of course, Coinbase has it. But
This
you can
right
see
here.
for any cryptocurrency you're interested in. If you want to get Stellar Lumens, if you want to get Ripple, if you want to get
and you can even change the currency here.
yeah, you can change it to whatever.
Bitcoin. Is this Ether?
Yeah, Ethereum.
And native.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see Bitcoin.
It'll just give you
There,
Bitcoin
the value.
price. Yeah. So that's like the volume of how many Bitcoins are being traded in that exchange.
And it tells you when it was updated, which is just as recent.
Yeah. When you refresh the page, yeah.
Okay, US dollars. Not bad.
So, I would say right now the market is down and we're in a bit of a downtrend.
As in the market, you're referring to
Bitcoin.
coin?
Yeah, Bitcoin, like the whole cryptocurrency market.
I'm talking about the stock market because that's a whole different story. Because
the
that's
stock
been
market
going
is
down.
too,
Yeah.
It's been going down too. But Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market was going down first. We're still,
Does anybody have an idea why the cryptocurrency is down? The market's down? Does it
people
coincide?
are blaming it on the lunar year in China because they're saying that a lot of people take money off of the table and they come back at the end of January. Well, the end of January came and, what happened? So there's a guy named Cliff High. I don't know if you've heard of him, but if you research him,
his name sounds familiar.
he has a web bot. He predicts that by I think the third week of February, we should hit a floor of 13,888 for Bitcoin, and that should be the floor, meaning like it's not going to go lower than
this guy, Cliff Hyde. I just
no,
put it.
GH.
Oh, HI. Sorry.
Yeah, like high. Like
Hi. Okay, I put the wrong.
Yeah. COIF. Yeah, high.
Oh, okay. It's loading. Oh, I see it.
He has a web bot. He predicts that we should hit a floor.
This predicts spike in value of Bitcoin. BigCasino.best.
Yeah, but on YouTube, he's got a lot of videos, interviews that he's done.
Is he accurate most of the time?
Yeah, yes, he has been where he called for some stuff. Yes, he's been with cryptocurrencies. He's been pretty spot on. His report back in, I think it was 2016, said that in February 2018, we should hit a floor of 13,888. Now that was in 2016. He said that when Bitcoin was at like $600, $500.
You're referring to this 1,300.
Yeah, February 2018.
By February.
Yeah. So
and that video's from August 2017.
Yeah, but people were interviewing him,
and asking him.
And back in August, Bitcoin was probably like at 4,000 or 5,000 or something, maybe 3,000. I know it pulled back. So he predicts that we'll hit like 13,888, and that by the end of the year we should be like a 40 to 60, maybe even 100K Bitcoin. And if we are at 100K Bitcoin, his web bot, it predicts that there's going to be like 100K parties where people are going to celebrate and stuff. But the thing about that is that his web bot, what it does is it scrapes the whole internet.
The internet, yeah.
And it's just like data mining. And he just has these algorithms that process all this data. And he just goes off the premise that everybody's psychic. And based on the language that they put on the internet, it's like some kind of a clue of what's going to happen in the future.
In the future with that. Now, a lot of going into governments and countries that are pro Bitcoin or pro cryptocurrency. I've read that there's some countries that are I don't remember the actual countries. Maybe you might have heard this. That are basically saying, yeah, we will go off full crypto in set amount of years. Some of the one of them said in 5 years that their actual currency right now they're gonna get rid of it.
I think I've heard of India doing that, and I think it's Sweden that they were working on. There's a country out there that already has a cryptocurrency. I just forgot which one it was, but
I think even in the documentary, but maybe it's another documentary I saw on YouTube or maybe on Netflix. There's a country or a couple countries in Africa that they use currency on a cell phone app. That they're basically saying, look, this country over here, they don't have anymore. The government, government gives everybody a cell phone app, and that's where their wallet is.
Now, yes, some countries don't have banking, so that's one of the solutions that Bitcoin, when it first came out, that's what it was for. You
don't need a bank account.
People that are not banking, the bankless people. There's a number of reasons why people can't open up a checking account or whatever, but it's just a way to send value over a peer-to-peer network.
We're gonna jump into what everybody's thinking right now when you said that you don't need a bank account. A lot of people say, well, society makes us think, and we're taught by our elders, oh, this person doesn't have a bank account. Maybe he does shady stuff.
Yeah.
When Bitcoin first came out, even up to 5 years ago, the media kept saying, no, Bitcoin is shady. Don't do it. Criminals use it.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
I mean,
because let me just jump in and say one more thing. Criminals use the U.S. dollar to commit crimes.
Yes. The U.S. dollar, like that's the whole point.
Any other dollar.
The U.S. dollar is the number one currency that's used to commit a lot of crimes.
Yeah.
So, Bitcoin is that's one very small use case.
There's always a good and a bad.
Yeah, exactly.
For any currency.
Yeah, any currency, anything that's deemed valuable.
Criminals are going to use it.
Yeah, exactly. You can do stuff with real estate. You can do anything,
now,
criminal.
A criminal would use Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency because of the one benefit they have is that they can't trace it. Is it difficult to trace, like you mentioned?
So,
of who used it to commit for the set crime.
I mean, there is a company called Chainalysis, which they pretty much query the blockchain, whatever blockchain of whatever cryptocurrency,
Right.
To analyze data from the blockchain to come up with stats. And they actually came out with some stats recently, a few months ago, saying that according to the analysis that they pulled, there's about 4 million Bitcoin missing. And I'll tell you why. 4 million. Yeah. Okay. So when I first got into Bitcoin, when I bought Bitcoin with Coinbase, you know, I gave away some Bitcoin here and there, like how I did with you.
Yeah, what you did there, yeah.
You know, and I did actually give away 0.1 of a Bitcoin.
Okay.
And, you know, here and there, maybe what was about like half a Bitcoin I used to like share.
Right. And, introduce people. Hey, I want to introduce you to the...
Because that was the whole...
To cryptocurrency.
That was like how the ecosystem was back then.
Sharing.
It was a very, you know, sharing, let's spread this message. You
right.
know,
and then you grow it.
Yeah. Because it was so hard to get it. So here, let me just give you some.
And if you can go even further. You can say that's how anything starts.
Yeah.
You share it.
Exactly.
Oh, I have gold.
Yeah.
Oh, I have silver. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, let's try to trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. And what happened was with time the network got slow, so it made it more difficult. But it's also because the price went up.
So why did those 4 million?
So the reason why they're saying that is because when the price of Bitcoin was going up, the Bitcoin that I gave away, like I asked, hey, do you still have it?
Right.
Like I gave Bitcoin to different people, and nobody had it.
Nobody.
My nephew had a Dogecoin paper wallet that I gave him back in the day. And somebody else had.
He lost the wallet or something? You never asked him?
No. Well, the thing is that they all had it in their phone.
I got it.
And you know, within like 4 or 5 years, you switch phones.
Right, multiple times.
Yeah, and you didn't use a wallet that has that passphrase.
Right.
You know, the 20, 21 words, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's gone. And once it's gone, you don't have the private key. It's lost. It's lost. So the price of Bitcoin can never go to zero because
I see what you're saying.
The price of Bitcoin can't go to zero because there's 4 million Bitcoins that will still have never been sold. Yeah. So at 21 million, when we get there in 2140,
right,
it'll really be about 17 million in circulation. But at that point, who knows? There might be 10 million lost.
Until those 4 million are found and those people have to remember their passwords.
That what they do with the old smartphones, dude, they strip them down.
Yeah, there's
the circuit boards. They take all the metal out, and that's it. They use that. Gone. Yeah, they get all the copper, silver, gold, and they use that to make new circuit boards for the new smartphones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. That was that. The thing is, okay. Remember, like we just said about bank account, you don't need a bank account,
right?
So with Bitcoin, in essence, you're kind of like being you're like your own bank.
Got it.
Where you're in control, you're the steward of your money.
Right.
Now, you have to have good governance, like control, discipline, to be like, okay, I've got one Litecoin here.
Right.
Let's just say one Bitcoin here.
Right.
Let's go back 2014.
Okay.
You spent $600. I got one Bitcoin here in this paper wallet.
Okay.
You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to, hold on to it or whatever? Let's just say you just want to, hold on to it.
So the year's 2014, I have $600 and one Bitcoin.
Yeah. $600, you have a Bitcoin. Let's say you throw it in a bookshelf or something.
Right.
In a book or something like that. Or, you put it in a safe or just wherever. But
right.
Or you have it in your phone. The thing is, you got to know where you have it. Because maybe not next year, the year after, maybe you might move.
Right.
Maybe you might get new furniture or something.
Right.
And if you had a physical, whether it's a hardware wallet or a paper wallet, or even in your phone, you have to make sure that you keep track, because once you lose that private key,
your money's gone.
It's gone, and there's no way of getting it back. There's no hacking.
Money.
Yeah,
it's gone.
So it's stuck in the blockchain, and it's gone.
I mean,
it's not gone. It's there,
right.
but you can't access it.
you can't make a copy of this either.
You could make a copy of your key. Like, you can take a picture of it. You can write it down. But that's the thing.
That's the key.
That's the whole discipline part. You got to have good stewardship to be like, all right, this is what I have. Let me make some backups in case something happens.
So the key is the most important thing, like you're saying. So I lose my phone. I lose my hard wallet. I lose my paper wallet. But I still have my key.
Yeah, as long as you have those keys.
The money's there.
Those precious keys.
The money's there.
Yeah.
You can find it anywhere. You just go on the website. Oh, there it is. Oh,
you can go at the blockchain, how you just went.
Yeah,
how you went on the blockchain in your browser, you saw, 0.1.
0.1.
It's there. You can go on your laptop. It's still going to say
and
the same thing.
just go in and type it in.
Yeah.
My key. Type in the key.
Yeah, the public key. So the private key is to spend it, for you to access and take the money out.
Right. And
so I would say, a lot of people, even in the early days, there were people that mined Bitcoin. They mined hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, and they had it in an old laptop. They swapped out hard drives. There was a guy that was a programmer that helped out with the Bitcoin. Back in the days, he mined, I think it was, I don't know if it was 100,000 or 750,000 Bitcoin. And he threw that hard drive away. He had a stack of hard drives. It was just one of those things where you have like spare parts, like spare PC parts, and he just had like a box of hard drives. Yeah, they were old HDDs and threw it away. And he reached out to the government to see if they could give him a permit to go to the landfill
to find it.
And the government told him no. He even offered to share the profit.
Yeah,
but it's like maybe that might be the future of like finding treasure, like treasure hunting.
Just looking for Bitcoin.
Yeah, you're looking for Bitcoin and landmines.
But you would need the key.
Yeah, but you need to find a hard drive or something where if you find a hard drive, you're able to get into the operating system or whatever, and you're able to get through the files and say, hey, there's a wallet here. Is there any balance or something?
Right.
So that's one way.
And you would have to put it on the internet and say, hey, does anybody have the key? And they're like, yeah, I do, but I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Okay, well, here's your hard drive.
No, yeah, but you probably wouldn't want to do that. You probably just want to use the keys and just transfer those funds. Yeah. So that's, I think, how people might in the future treasure hunt.
I see.
But yeah, with Bitcoin, any cryptocurrency, just be mindful of where you're storing it.
So I have this that you kindly shared. Let's say I get another one. I'm going to be mindful and keep one on the side, and then the other one I can maybe spend. So have you spent cryptocurrency to buy products, whether it's online or in a physical brick and mortar store?
Yeah, it was at a restaurant like 2014. Latin House Grill was a restaurant in South Miami. Yeah, they were the only business taking Bitcoin back then. I think they're one of the only. I mean, now with the popularity we had in the last few months, there's real estate you could buy with Bitcoin. Lambos
here in South Florida.
Yeah,
real
Lambos.
Estate.
Yeah, real estate, Lambos.
Shit.
There's like higher priced items, luxury items you can buy with Bitcoin. Now,
have you? Okay, so 2014. Have you bought anything since then?
No, I've tried, and that was one of the struggles I had with Bitcoin. Was that I tried to barter or exchange, saying, hey, instead of me giving you $100 for this, let me just give it to you in Bitcoin. But this is back when it's like, oh man, but Bitcoin sucks because the price keeps going down. It hasn't moved.
I remember back in that.
Yeah, there was like, it just wasn't.
Is it easier now to barter?
Now with the price going down, people might be like, damn, well, when it was climbing up to 20,000, I probably would have taken it. But now,
I'll be like, it's not 9,000.
Yeah, but some people might be like, well, maybe the day after it might be at 8,000 or 7 or 6 or 5. It was at 5,000. I think it was last Friday. It hit like $5,900 something in Coinbase.
Wow.
In Coinbase.
Yeah.
But it was there for like a couple of minutes and then went back to the 6,000s, and it was in the 6,000 range for a couple of days, and then 7,000, and like I said, 24 hours ago, it hit about 6,000, and just right now 9,000. That's 50% up in a day, 50%. So you put in 1,000, you got 1,500.
Can Bitcoin be used for a particular thing? Is one of the questions, or how can it be used? Can it be used for anything?
It can be used for anything. So you can have somebody on the other side of the world, and maybe they need help with something, and maybe they don't have.
The world is round. Not okay. It's not flat.
It's round.
I've been seeing a lot of flat earthers.
Yeah, it might be flat for all we know. I don't know.
They send me links. Oh, look, here's the. I'm like, no, it's not.
I mean, it might be flat. It might be a simulation that we're in. I don't know.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
A simulation. I mean, I don't know.
We can go.
Yeah. So maybe the Earth is flat. Maybe it's round. Maybe it's CGI. What we saw.
I recently, this is off topic. Recently, I was watching some guy recorded the Tesla, that's Tesla, SpaceX rocket that went up a couple days ago, and you see the guy in the car in space.
Yeah.
The way he shot it from his phone.
Yeah.
On the TV. Maybe you saw this. I don't know. He's like, look, he's not in space because he paused it, and you see the car, but the background is black.
Okay.
And then when he hits play again, all of a sudden you see space, the Earth behind them. So he's like, that's fake.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching
but then some other guy goes underneath him in the comments and like, dude, you're a fucking idiot because you do know that when you're in space and you launch, the rocket goes at this degree, the camera's not going to catch the Earth. Yeah. So I don't know.
There's, I mean, I honestly, I don't know, man. I just,
that is weird.
Like I said, we could be in a simulation right now where we're in some hard drive.
I actually do believe that's another podcast
where we're like in the Matrix.
In the Matrix.
So
So it can be used for anything, like you said.
It could be used for anything. It could be used for exchanging value, for just sending just cash. It's just digital cash. Now, depending what crypto you use, if it's Bitcoin now is more look like a store of wealth where you buy some Bitcoin and you hold on to it until the price goes up.
So Bitcoin is the most popular one. They see it as like the king or the alpha. You personally, do you hold Bitcoin in that same regard that the rest hold it? Or do you see another cryptocurrency taking its spot or higher in your regard?
Well, Bitcoin is so in the whole cryptocurrency market dominance as far as out of the 1,500 something coins, Bitcoin has 34% dominance. So it means they were like at 75% not too long ago,
right?
And it's gone down. I still hold Bitcoin really high because it's always going to be a issue of scarcity. Right. So it's rare. There's already 4 million Bitcoins that are probably lost.
Right.
And I just think it's always going to have just that sentimental value of, well, this is the OG. This is the Genesis.
So
it's the first.
It's like. Would you compare it to gold?
Yes, like basically Bitcoin is just like digital gold.
Digital gold.
So,
who would you say is digital silver?
Digital silver is Litecoin.
Litecoin.
So, Charlie Lee is the guy who made Litecoin.
Right.
And he said that he used to trade gold.
He was in the
silver.
documentary.
Yeah, he used to trade gold and silver, and he said that Litecoin was the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And that's why usually the gold to silver ratio historically was about 16 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold.
1 ounce.
Right now the ratio is probably like at, 60 something or 70 something. I can tell you right now. So basically that's what he did. So Litecoin has 84 million that'll ever be in circulation. Right now I think there's about 54 million. The gold silver ratio is at 80.53. So it's blown up a lot. So I mean, silver's a lot cheaper. When the ratio gets closer, the price of silver goes up. But going back,
you said 84 million for Litecoin. circulating. Is that
55.
current?
Yeah.
So they're
55.
close.
Yeah. There was 54 million and change. Now there's 55 million.
Ah, okay.
So I mean, Bitcoin only has just under 17 million versus Litecoin has 55 million. So that's what makes the price so high of Bitcoin is that it's a lot less.
And the market cap
coins.
for Litecoin is $9 billion.
Yeah, $9 billion.
Shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. Ethereum is 87 billion. Ripple's at 40 billion. I remember Ripple was at like 125 billion. It was catching up. It was the number 2, catching up to Bitcoin. But then the market crashed, and that was that.
Another question we have here: Do you foresee Bitcoin or cryptocurrency becoming the main currency in the near future,
as like a world currency
all over the world?
I don't, but I would see Bitcoin, like I said, as gold. Gold is currency.
It is
anywhere in the world that you go.
Anywhere you go,
even if you go back in time,
anywhere
you go back in history.
It was always used to trade, to barter, to get products,
war. So, Bitcoin.
So you still foresee?
And the thing is that here's the thing is that because we call it cryptocurrency,
right?
It's supposed to be a currency, a way to, send value to barter, and as a medium of exchange. I don't see why we would use Bitcoin as a currency if I were to send you some, like let's say I contracted you to do something.
Right.
I hired you for a job.
Right.
And I pay you X amount in Bitcoin. And let's say it's Friday and you want to get paid.
Right.
But that confirmation, you're going to have to wait until Saturday afternoon to get it. You might not be happy about that.
Right.
And if you have to go out and spend, and confirmations could take, an hour, 2 hours, whatever, you might not, I don't know. You just, it's not meant right now to transact quick.
Okay. It's not meant as an instant.
As an instant transfer of wealth. It's not. I would say that Litecoin does a lot better job than that. Ripple does a better job too. But like I said, in the crypto world, people frown upon Ripple because it's a banker coin.
Got it.
And Bitcoin is like a decentralized anti-banker.
Right.
Cryptocurrency. Yeah. But yeah, I would say like Bitcoin will continue to be a store of wealth.
So do you foresee maybe adding on to that cryptocurrency or digital currency in the future becoming eventually the main source of currency? I mean, keeping other forms of currency available.
Yeah. The trend is, I think everything is going to go to like a digital records. Like right now, almost everything is digital.
Yeah.
I mean, even our currency now, our US dollar is digital. I mean, you don't need to pay cash to your laptop to buy an Amazon or with your phone. Or you could use Cash App to send money.
I use Apple Pay a lot.
Yeah, you could use Apple Pay.
The vending machine at my job. I get close
use
to
Apple
it.
Pay?
Boom.
Damn.
Yeah.
So in 2014, that time, Apple Pay was rolling out, and that was a threat to Bitcoin. And
I remember reading that
because it was the whole thing of but you can transfer funds. It's a different way of a payment system.
The same way that I use Apple Pay, you can use. I've seen it on videos. You can use cryptocurrency. Hey, boom.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah.
You could do that with cryptocurrencies as well. But I think cryptocurrencies can shake up the current system we have, and I think they are already doing it.
Yeah.
They've already shaken
too many
up
regulations.
the financial industry. Yeah.
And that's what the banks don't.
Yeah. And I mean,
the
they're
lobbyists.
putting regulations. I mean, they're putting regulations. They're passing laws like the new Trump tax law, which you get taxed anytime that you trade any cryptocurrency.
I was in New York last summer with my fiance at the time, and we passed by the one that we see in the documentary, Bitcoin exchange.
Yeah.
Little building.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I saw that in the
I think it was closed at the time. I don't think it was open.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There was construction around it.
Yeah.
But the building was there.
Oh,
Not
cool,
not the building, but the office space.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
those
crazy.
people would go in there and exchange or buy and sell.
Yeah. Pretty much. There'll be people there with Bitcoin in their wallets, and then people there with cash in their hand, and like, okay, let's exchange, and the thing is with that. So you've been able to do that with localbitcoins.com, which is like a Craigslist of buying and selling Bitcoin in person.
So like you go meet somebody somewhere.
Yeah, the cops have used it here in Florida to get people who are selling over $10,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Really?
Yeah, there was a guy that he was selling Bitcoin, and the undercover cop, whatever, was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna buy guns with this, Bitcoin. I'm gonna buy drugs with this Bitcoin, and I'm gonna commit crimes." And the guy was just like, "Dude, I just want your cash. I'm just here to sell you the Bitcoin.
I don't care what you do."
Yeah, like I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know. I don't even know if you're real, whatever. Yeah. So once he got the money, they got him.
They arrested him?
Yeah, they arrested him.
Because the limit is 10,000.
No, they arrested him because the guy was saying the crimes he was gonna do with the Bitcoin,
and he still sold it.
Yeah, he should have called the cops or whatever.
That's against the law. With any currency?
The thing is, like you could work at your job and you get paid, and then with your paycheck you could use that.
I guess that makes sense. You're right. You
know what I mean?
You are an accomplice, maybe in a way.
Yeah, you are an accomplice,
or you know about the crime and you don't say anything.
Or obstruction of justice, where, hey, this guy's gonna buy guns. He's gonna kill people.
He just told me.
Yeah, he just told me. Yeah,
and you don't alert the FBI. You don't alert anybody.
Yeah. And I think it must have been like 50,000 or more, cash or something like that. But it was
so they caught him.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just it was like a setup. They set the guy up. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe the guy didn't know. That's poor guy.
Well, yeah, he didn't.
Kind of feel bad for him.
No, I was like, I didn't think it was fair. I didn't think it was fair because I was like, wow, like, he was set up.
Yeah, he was set up.
He was set up. It was, undercover cop.
He just wanted the money. He was foolish though because
Yeah, I mean.
He could have been like, oh, fuck,
he probably minded some years like back and was sitting on a nice profit, and instead of selling it through Coinbase or something where there's a paper trail.
I can get cash right now because this person wants to buy it. But he just told me he's going to get guns. Damn. And should I sell it? Yeah. You know what? I'll sell it. I won't get caught. And he got caught. Yeah.
And I mean, so remember how we were talking about your Bitcoin address being pointed to your name or whatever?
Yeah.
Now, the only way that could happen is like with like Coinbase. So because your driver's license and everything, your address is associated to your Bitcoin wallet when you sell, that's the way that you are implicated whenever you buy or sell. And
the actual currency.
Yeah. So the IRS had a big lawsuit with Coinbase last year.
Right.
And they pretty much settled where Coinbase said, okay, we'll give you the records of all of our users who transacted over $20,000 worth of cryptocurrency.
Really?
Yeah.
Were these users upset? I'm sure they were.
No, I'm sure
they weren't expecting that.
Yeah. So Chainalysis is the company that the IRS has hired. The same people that came up with the stats of the 4 million Bitcoin being lost are the same company that the IRS hired to help them find who's doing what. So any like big fish or whales out there,
So in other words, what's the limit? Let's talk about the U.S. In U.S. dollars, where the IRS won't come down on that person for selling.
I mean,
is it 10,000? I think that was mentioned.
I think,
or is it some other number?
According to the settlement with Coinbase, it was over 20 grand.
Right.
But I mean, I don't even know, dude. Like, I mean, that's right now, but 20 grand is the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that made millions last year.
I've heard of that.
I think they're more concerned about
the millions.
The hundreds of thousands. Maybe over 20 grand. But somebody who maybe was like a few $100.
And that's the thing that was mentioned in the documentary, that they don't believe that it should be taxed. At least the original, I don't know if it was in the original Bitcoin ledger that you can't tax it, or can you tax it?
Yeah, so no, it wasn't taxed. They started taxing it in 2014.
Right.
They looked at it as like, I think it was a commodity, like something like gold or something like that. Or they looked at it as property. The IRS has been trying to see how
to get a cut.
Yeah, but to see how do they classify this asset? Do they classify it as a property, as a commodity, as a stock?
Right. So, they don't know yet.
A currency. So they're rewriting the laws, the tax laws and stuff, to, I guess, as the time goes on, to reclassify. But I mean, it's not a very how do I put it? It's not good for the people that are in the cryptocurrencies that are selling. So what I personally do, like as far as for Bitcoin and stuff, so you won't have to deal with the tax headaches. Like just buy and hold.
You buy and you hold it.
Yeah,
right.
Buy and you hold. Don't be trading, like a day trader. Because what happens is when you do that, you wind up coming up with a big tax bill. So let's say you go to Coinbase or Cash App, you buy Bitcoin, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Right.
When you move that to the exchange, to exchange your Bitcoin to Litecoin or to Tron or any other cryptocurrency out there,
right?
If that $1,000, if it was like, okay, so Bitcoin was at 9,000 when you bought it. When you bought, like, let's say you bought Ripple. If you bought Ripple and Bitcoin was at 10,000, you got to pay tax for that transaction as if you cashed out in US dollars.
Right.
And you had the 10,000. So you got to pay a tax for that. And then you just hold your Ripple. When you sell your Ripple back into Bitcoin, you got to pay tax on whatever the Ripple dollar price was at. So if you bought Ripple at 80 cents and then you sold the Ripple at $5, you got to pay the difference of that and then, hold on to your Bitcoin. And then when you sold your Bitcoin,
right, you
got to pay tax on whatever the price of Bitcoin was. The difference was when you got it. So if you got it when Bitcoin was at 10,000, your Ripple was $5.
Shit.
And then, Bitcoin goes to 20,000, you got to pay that difference. So there's a lot of like double taxing and like all this extra taxing that I don't really like it. I'm not a really big fan of. So people that trade high volume, like buying and selling like every hour, like 4 or 5 times, you're going to build up a really big tax bill. And I mean, yeah, every trade is not a gain. There's losses too.
But so you recommend to hold it,
buy and hold.
But what happens for that person that just, okay, I'm tired of buying and holding, I want to buy something, I want to spend it? So do you, like, if they spend whatever product they buy, it's taxed?
That's you got to pay tax for that too. So if you buy airplane tickets, you got to pay tax on whatever the price difference is of Bitcoin at that price if you made a gain. Now, if it's a loss, you don't have to, pay tax, but you still have to claim it in your taxes.
So how about you? Like, do you're buying and holding? Do you foresee yourself, let's say in the next year, spending it? At least something, a small amount of it?
It depends where the price goes. If we're in a down market, I'm gonna hold.
Right.
I'm not gonna sell low. I'm gonna hold on or hodl. But if it's downtrending, if it's sideways, like right now we're kind of low, I'll buy. So I'll dollar cost average, which means certain time periods you spend a certain amount of money. So maybe once a month you spend $50.
Yeah.
So 12 months, you're spending, $600.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your dollar cost per month is $50, and you're gonna average month to month whether the price goes up or it goes down, to like an average price. So you're not buying all at once,
Right.
and it's like, oh man, I could have got a good deal, because as time goes on, maybe the month after it's lower, you still use those same $50, and you bought a lot more at a cheaper price. So I think, I mean, the market could take off for all I know. The cliff high web bot could be right for all I know.
Could be right. It could be wrong.
Maybe it's wrong. And if it is wrong and we're in a downtrend, I'll be buying. But I believe when the amount of Bitcoins that get generated is halved, which happens in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So when Bitcoin first came out, when you solve a block, it was 50 Bitcoin.
You're right.
2012, it cut down to half. So that was 25.
How did it cut down to half?
So the algorithm is programmed to, after X amount of Bitcoin that are mined, you divide the number that gets generated by 2.
Oh, I see.
So that way, you pretty much, you won't mine everything in 10 years, 15 years.
Right.
It's going to take until 2140, because every 4 years we'll be mining half of that. So in 2016, around the summer, the Bitcoin halving happened, and it went from 25 to now 12.5. So about every 10 minutes, there's about 12.5 Bitcoins that get generated. So in 2020, you cut that in half, and you're going to get 6.25 Bitcoin generated. And then 2024, you keep going, and then you see that, you're moving to less and less Bitcoin being mined. So that's going to cause the price to go up.
When that happens every 4 or so years, that's when the value goes up.
Yeah. So when it happened in 2012, Bitcoin had a nice run that year, but nothing like it did in 2013.
That was the first time it happened, I think, in 2012.
2012 was the first time it happened, yeah. 2012 it happened. 2009 it came out. 2012, a quarter, I think it was a quarter of the Bitcoins were mined, and then they halved it. And then when that happened, the year after, 2013, it had a big run. It went from $100 to I think it was 12 or 1300. Pretty much, it almost reached the price of gold back then. The price of gold back then was about 1,300, something like that, or 1,400. It was almost the price of gold. So that happened in 2013. We hit that high, and then in December, same thing happened. Black Friday, from Black Friday to about Christmas, Bitcoin in that month just shot up. There were days it was going up 100 a day, 100. I was like,
wow,
damn, what the hell is going on?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it hit that $1,200 mark, and then it just started. It didn't just go down in a straight line. By January, February, we had the same kind of action we have now, where it sunk low, it picked up a little bit, but it was up and down, and down, and then the market got boring, and a lot of podcasts, a lot of YouTube channels, they popping just went ghosts. So. A lot of people, they were just not motivated. There wasn't that excitement, even though it was that excitement in 2012, 2013, 2011. And now we're at this point where it shot up so much, it went down. 2015, I believe it was December, it hit 200.
I follow somebody, I forgot their YouTube channel, and they just posted a video, and they're like, I just mined my first Bitcoin. I guess they just got into it recently. So it's always interesting, the whole mining thing. I just never really knew how to go about it. But
so with mining, you could buy expensive video cards, which I believe, I forgot what video card manufacturer came out recently, and they were just shitting on Bitcoin for being so for being the main, having the biggest market share of them selling their graphics cards is to mine Bitcoin.
Really?
So they're like, this is killing the gaming industry. It's making gaming, expensive for gamers. And there was just like a big, gamers versus
just hate, just a bunch of hate.
Yeah. So I guess because they're more gamer oriented,
right?
They're like, oh, we hate Bitcoin. It's killing gaming.
Yeah.
So, but they're making money. They're making profits. So
I don't think it's killing it.
Yeah, but you could do cloud mining, and that's something that I do. So if you go to hashflare.io,
right? I think that came up here when I googled it. Hold on a second.
All right.
Let me go back to Google. Oh no, that was the other one. That's Half Past Human.
Yeah, Half Past Human is Cliff High's website. Yeah, that's his website.
Yeah. All right. Cliff High. Let's see. While we search for that, I think this was touched upon. So another question was, how do you begin investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? What is the minimum investment? But you kind of already touched upon it. Yeah,
you saw with Cash App, you could spend as much as $1.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
And Hashflare is HASHFLARE.io. Did it pull up? It should be like a blue Bitcoin cloud mining.
HAL?
No, hash.
Hash, got
Flare, FLARE.
Yeah, I see it.
.io.
It's popping up now. Cloud mining.
Yeah. So if you go to the pricing tab,
I was checking something.
Yeah, just checking your browser to make sure it's okay.
I
actually mine in Hashflare. If you go to pricing.
Oh, I see.
Right now you see the SHA-256 cloud mining. That's to mine Bitcoin. To the left, Script cloud mining is to mine Litecoin.
So these are the minimum requirements? Or what am I...
That's just the pricing to mine 10 gigahash.
Mm-hmm.
With Bitcoin, you need, terahashes. Like, you need, 500 terahash or something to be mining Bitcoins. Like, Bitcoins.
And what's this here that says 1 year contract?
Yeah, you get a 1 year contract. So if you pay $220, you'll have 10 gigahash of
$2.20.
Yeah. You'll have 10 gigahash of mining power for 1 year. So you'll mine in 1 year like 0.000 something of a Bitcoin. So the 220 in a year might be worth about $8 or $10.
But since this is cloud based, I don't have to do anything with my hardware.
No. So it's basically, it's a company that they have like a warehouse where they have their mining rigs.
So
they just rent you the hardware.
Got it.
For you to mine.
So you're paying them. You're basically giving them permission. Hey, do it for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they have the hardware. They're like, look, we're charging this amount, and there's a maintenance fee every day, because it costs a lot of money.
Right.
Light bills, electricity,
all that.
So
it's not free.
Yeah, it's not free. So
nothing's free.
That's another thing. The mining is expensive. I think all the miners throughout the world, it's like...
Are you referring to cloud mining is expensive or mining in general?
Just mining in general. Like for Bitcoin alone, I believe if you used all the electricity to mine Bitcoin right now, I think it's bigger than... I don't know if it's Argentina or something like that.
Really?
It's bigger. The electricity that's being used...
The electric bill.
Yeah, it's greater than the electricity used in some countries.
Shit.
And it's only getting bigger.
So what is this one here? The 750 range
for Litecoin.
Oh, I see, Litecoin.
That's but the payout is in Bitcoin. So if you mine, 5 Litecoin, they'll give you the Bitcoin value of
automatic
that
payout.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you get in your wallet, in the mining, you'll get your Bitcoin put in there every day.
So they also have the value for Dash Cloud mining.
Yeah.
Zcash and Ethereum.
Yeah, those are all different cryptocurrencies you can mine if you want to do that.
Real-time monitoring.
Now the thing with that is that since the price of Bitcoin went down, they actually raised their prices. So you see like the 220 for the SHA-256.
Right, I see it.
That used to be $1.50, and before it was
it shot up.
Yeah, before it was like 75 cents. And then when the price went up, it went to $1.50. And then when the price went to 20,000, they put it to 220.
This is the website you use?
Hashflare.io, yeah.
There's other ones, obviously, right?
Genesis Mining.
That's another good one.
Yeah, they're like one of the first companies. But the thing is that most of the Bitcoin contracts are sold out. So if you look, the SHA-256 has limited stock. So they're running out of like hardware, because everybody wants to mine Bitcoin.
Right. They want to get
But my thing with the pricing is that they still have the prices when the price of Bitcoin was up. But it might be because the mining difficulty is probably still a little more, it's probably still up, the mining difficulty. But cloud mining works fine. I haven't had any problem with it.
You don't have to worry about your electric bill?
No.
Processing power?
No, I'm only using half a terahash. But I bought it for $75, and I was going to get 1 terahash. It would have been $150, but I didn't do it. And then like the week after is when they raised prices.
On the website?
Yeah, on their contract. So I'm waiting to see if the prices go down. If the contract price go down to like $1.50 again,
you might do it.
Or like 75 cents, yeah, it'll be worth mining. Because if the price of Bitcoin does go up, then you're gonna be mining, and that's like a passive income.
Right. So it says 1 year contract. What happens at the end of that year?
So all the Bitcoin that you mine, like let's say you were just stacking up your Bitcoin. So in your account, you might have like let's say 0.002.
Okay.
Or let's just say you have half a Bitcoin.
Half. Okay, 0.5. Right.
In a whole year, that's what it came up to.
Right.
So
could that fluctuate every year?
It could, depending if the difficulty is easier or it goes harder.
Got it.
When there's more volume, there's a lot of people buying and trading Bitcoin
when it gets
within the network. Yeah, that causes the difficulty to be a lot higher because you got to update the whole ledger. With all these Bitcoins are moving around.
All the transactions.
Yeah, the transactions. So if that were to happen, I think you'll still make out good because let's say you did come out with half a Bitcoin. At the end, like let's say the last day, you can use that Bitcoin to reinvest and buy more hash rate. Right. And have a full another year. And like let's say you put in like about 150, and that 150 went up to like 500 in value. Right. Now you have $500 worth of Bitcoin you can use to buy a bigger contract for 1 year. And then you
That's not a bad investment.
I mean, you're not using the money, but you're building up.
You're building it.
Your Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah,
you could also always, as the year's going on, maybe save up and then throw in, a big chunk, and then you have a year from that point. So you add up to your hash rate, but then you have like 2 contracts or 3 contracts, and they're all mining at the same time. So mining is something you could do. Hashflare.
There's some fascinating shit right here.
Yeah, Hashflare is what I like for mining, but I think sometimes with the lower market, because we don't know how high it's gonna go. When the market is going up and up and up, like it did all of last year, I think mining is very profitable. But when it's in a down market, because you get the Bitcoin a lot cheaper, it might be cheaper if you just buy it and hold it, or buy it and stack up. You know what I mean? So there's a couple ways of going about it.
From what I've seen, because when I saw Antoine Antonopoulos talk about this a couple years ago, I think it's going on 2 years now. A lot of the websites he was recommending, and even on online, and I just did a search. They tell you, they explain it, what it is, and like over here, like you just said, Hashflare. Yeah. You want to know what it is, so what is this? How does it work? What is Bitcoin? What is mining? And when I've read it in a bunch of different websites, the core message is the same. Okay. And that's what I like about it. Yeah. Whether it's Bitcoin, or whatever currency, they're pretty much all the same. They kind of follow a set rule, but they they alter it. Just a bit. Yeah. Would that is that an accurate?
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much a standard to how you transact and how you move around in this market. So
Find it.
with the mining, if you do your own rig, I mean, you're gonna have a big, your light bill is gonna go up.
Right.
But the cloud mining, at least for Hashfloor, I haven't had any issues. Like, what I've mined is still there, so it's been going fine.
No issues.
No, I haven't had any issues yet.
Okay, here it is. So I actually went to Bitcoin.com, and that's where I got a lot of info about. They actually recommended a couple of wallets. They're like they even offer a free wallet.
Yeah, they have a free wallet.
They even tell you here the value is that 88. No, what is that? Bitcoin to US. Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin Cash price.
I see. And then it tells you here how many wallets have been created using Bitcoin.com.
Yeah.
He recommended this one. He said that, if you want, you can start there. It's available on all, platforms.
Yeah, you could use
Linux,
there's a lot of different
Windows.
wallets you could use, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Why you were mentioning that the market's down for crypto across the board?
Yeah.
Is that because the stock market has gone down? No, has nothing to do with it.
It was already happening.
They're separate entities.
Yeah, so Bitcoin is not tied to a government or a market. Because
when I think last year or the year before, when the stock market was going down, crypto was up.
Yeah.
So
2016 is when Bitcoin started to slowly take off. And last year,
the market maintained, but the stock market stayed stable, and crypto kept going.
Yeah.
So one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah. And the thing is that what made Bitcoin blow up so much is the fact that, so when I started with Coinbase, it was before the app. I think they just did the app like last year. So
it was just web based.
Oh no! Sorry, they didn't do the app just last year. No. Sorry, I did have the app back then. They somehow had a surge of I think it was like over 100,000 users every month signing up, and these are all millions of users. Where if they each put in $10 or something, $100, that adds up to a lot of volume, which makes the price of Bitcoin go up.
So, do you have any idea why the stock market is going down?
Well, I mean, the stock market last year...
or why it's gone down, like, I think yesterday was 1,000.
Yeah.
The day before. Well, last week it went down 5,000?
The stock market has been on this, like, run. Like, last year, I don't think there was one negative week in the whole year.
People predicted this from what I've read.
The thing about that is that in any bubble, because that's what it is.
Yes.
Once it blows up to a certain point, it's kind of hard to feel like you're going to make any gains in the market. So, like, if you wanted to get into tech and you're looking at Amazon.
Right.
And you're like, damn, Amazon is expensive,
Right.
You feel like you're not going to get in. So, it might be like, should I go ahead and buy just one share at $1,300 and something dollars, or should I just hold on to my cash?
Because everybody's selling now. It's going down.
But I think it's going down because it just has to happen. Nothing just goes straight up. Yeah. I mean,
I think this guy's gonna, this guy in the Casa Blanca is gonna blame the previous president.
Well, he was taking credit. He was taking credit for the stock price going up.
But he's been hush hush now.
Yeah,
he hasn't said a word.
Quiet, yeah. I mean, when Barack Obama was president, the Dow was up. It was going up the whole time because he came in at the end of the financial crisis, January of 2009.
And a lot of people think that. Oh, because that all takes time.
Yeah,
it was going up.
Yeah,
not because of what he did, or just because he was in the White House. It was going up because the previous administration did things to make it go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a crash when he came in. He took the White House with the crash.
Yeah.
But it was already going to go up because it can't go down. I mean, it could have gone down more, but once you hit rock bottom, where do you go? Up.
Yeah, exactly.
He had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
And people don't understand that.
Yeah. So, pretty much at some point, it has to pull back. It can't just keep going up. I mean, it could, unless if people really believe, in the fundamentals or, whatever it is that they're buying. But a lot of people blame a lot of different things.
Yes.
People could blame, a full moon
or
something, which it could be true. But I think also if you look at the global markets, there's a lot of fear out there. People are not sure what's going to happen, what the future holds.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's going to be wars and all this stuff.
Yeah, wars influence the market.
But I don't think it's any way at all tied to crypto going down.
They're two separate things.
Yeah, two separate. It's just kind of funny that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was going down, and then, but it happened in. It was in January. Yeah, we dipped down.
This past month.
Last month, yeah.
Oh,
so like a few weeks ago, that it pulled down to like under 10,000, and kind of went up to like 12,000, and then came back down.
Wow.
So, for the stock market, I mean, people have been calling for a crash. Some people say that every 10 years the market crashes.
Yes.
08, 2018.
That's been more or less the trend.
Yeah.
The late 80s.
Yeah, the dot-com.
The 90s, one took a dip.
Dot-com.
The bubble.
And then, 08, 2018. So,
we're like within that little sphere of it happening.
Yeah.
If it's happening now, we don't know. Exactly. But it has gone down for the past week and a half.
Yeah. So some people are waiting on the sidelines from what I've seen, and they're going to wait for an opportunity to buy in.
Yeah.
So if stocks pull back like 80%, 50%, and it's a stock that you believe in or something, you can buy.
Somebody at my job, I believe it was somebody higher up. I don't want to give names, but they were like, "Oh, I just saw my 401k, and it went from whatever amount, it dropped 1,000 in just a matter of hours." Yeah. I'm like, that happens. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's why in 08, people who were getting ready to like retire, all of that, like they lost everything. Yeah,
it's sad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some people were forced to keep on working. There's some people still working
until there were. I knew somebody that said, no, my dad had to work until he was 79, 80. Yeah, because he lost everything. I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
Gotta invest.
Yeah, but any market you get into, there's always risk.
Yeah.
So, but if you take risk, there is a way that you can make some gains. But whenever you
is there a big risk in crypto?
Yeah,
there is more so than, let's say, buying a share for Amazon, like you mentioned, or something like that.
Well, I mean, the risk is that the value could go down, but long term, I think it's going to go up. So, if you shouldn't invest more than what you're willing to lose.
Got it.
So, you don't want to put your money for your groceries and your rent and stuff.
All in.
Yeah, all in. And I mean, you want to give yourself time. So if you dollar cost average, so like if you set a time period, like maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every paycheck, $15 or something. And you do it over time, you'll build up, your holdings. So that's one thing you could do. And then if the market dips down a lot, you could be like, damn, maybe instead of 15, I'll probably do 20 or 25.
That's a good idea. Something that just popped in my head was that there was, I don't know where I saw this, but I saw a report about it. There was video to go along with it that employers are offering their employees the opportunity to invest in their 401k or invest in Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
A lot of employees were like, "Yeah, I'll invest in cryptocurrency."
Yeah.
Fuck the 401k.
Yeah, people are doing that. Yeah.
That's a cool.
Yeah.
If an employer does that, that's a cool feature.
But it just goes back to the keys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who is
I
managing
personally
those keys?
would keep a little bit in the 401k and a little bit in the crypto. You know, keep it.
Yeah. It's just a matter of whatever, you know, you have, just keep it somewhere safe.
Right.
And keep the private keys secret.
Don't lose that key.
Yeah.
Don't lose those 21 characters.
Yeah, don't lose that, because
you can lose the wallet, but don't lose that.
Yeah, because I mean, people have lost their keys and have gone crazy, like, because they lost hundreds of thousands or millions.
And now, this key is, or these keys are characters.
Yeah.
There's I think I read about it a couple years ago that the keys are also, you could say, phrases, like actual words.
Yeah, you could generate.
You can vocalize it as well, so it's easier for your mind to remember.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about, like, with wallets, where you can get like a 20-word phrase,
right?
And you got to memorize those words in the same order,
in that sequence,
in the same sequence. So when you go to get your wallet again, you put them in the right order, and then you can get your keys.
Got it.
Your keys are stored in the sequence of that phrase.
So if you mess up, you're gonna have to try to remember it or enter it again.
Yeah, or just write it down on a piece of paper or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. Or makes sense. Have it somewhere stored, like offline in a USB drive or something.
Or in a safe.
Yeah, in a safe. Yeah, and that's
under your mattress. No, well, not that.
I mean, if you don't want to get any water damage. Yeah. So, with paper wallets, is also smart to put them in a plastic bag.
Got it.
Because, you know, it depends. If it's too humid or something, the ink might smear and you might lose the key. Then the QR code might fade too.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and if the QR code fades with the key.
And if you live in Florida where hurricanes come almost every year, you might
You're stuck,
you might lose it.
So keep it wrapped in plastic or keep it somewhere safe.
Somewhere, yeah. Watertight. That makes sense. Let me see. That's all the questions I have.
Okay.
This was fucking fun.
Yeah,
I learned a lot.
Yeah, talked about mining.
I'm sure a lot of people. Yeah, we talked about.
But one thing to keep in mind before we go is just to keep in mind about the taxes, because you are gonna have to pay taxes. The IRS does want their cut. You know, they see cryptocurrencies have shot up. They got from zeros, fractions of a penny, to thousands of dollars.
And it was funny because up until like you mentioned 2014, 2013, they were so anti. They wanted to ban it and make it illegal.
Yeah.
Once they knew around that time, what's the name of the documentary? Banking on
Bitcoin.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch it. Once they knew that there was no way they can control it, no way they can get rid of it because it was out there.
Yeah.
Governments all over the world started using it. I think Uncle Sam was like, yeah, we got to jump on this and forget about making it illegal.
Yeah. Well, the thing, too, is that China is trying to ban it. They're trying to ban mining and all this stuff. Read. But then the U.S. is taking the opposite stance.
Does China give a reason as to why they want to ban it?
I think part of it recently with the mining was the cost of the electricity. Electricity is cheaper there, but they're saying that there's several provinces in China.
Well, they have a large population.
Yeah, but like scattered throughout the whole country, there's provinces there's businesses that are complaining, saying, "Hey, our light bill is going up. We're not doing anything, to cause it to go up."
Mm-hmm.
It's these Bitcoin miners. So,
that's one thing that they're saying.
Yeah, that's one thing that they're saying, and I think also they see it as a threat to their currency and their communist country.
That makes sense.
Where Bitcoin is a decentralized, meaning it's not subject under any government.
Under their laws.
Yeah, you could shut down the whole mining in China, but then you get miners in
India, nearby countries, Alaska, whatever.
Yeah, North Pole. Maybe in SpaceX.
Yeah, Elon Musk. He even predicted that crypto. He foresaw it back when he was with before he sold PayPal.
Yeah.
lot of people don't know that he was the owner of PayPal.
Yeah, he
came up with it.
He programmed PayPal.
Yeah, right out of college.
He's a smart
He's a smart geek, man.
Digital payments.
Yeah.
Solution. PayPal.
He's
what
like
did
PayPal.
it do? eBay.
Yeah.
Amazon. Just websites. You know, if you want to donate money, PayPal.
That's it.
So, and
I use PayPal a lot.
Yeah.
To this day because
I still use it too.
I don't like giving out my personal stuff, and PayPal. A lot of people.
PayPal's good.
A lot of people see PayPal as a form, and it is a form of digital currency.
Yeah.
Just not as encrypted.
Yeah, but you're using your U.S. dollars, and you're not having to buy a cryptocurrency and pay tax on it. You don't
have to worry about your bank account information. Somebody trying to take it.
Yeah.
Because it's just there's a middleman. The middleman's PayPal.
Exactly.
And PayPal's like, don't worry, we'll hide out your bank account. We'll hide your credit card. Nobody will see it.
Yeah.
That's a cool. And it's in a similar way is crypto.
Yeah.
Your information is not.
Yeah, there's
available.
There's no
it's private
address or anything like that. Yeah, it's just your email address. I mean, granted, if you're gonna get something shipped to you,
right,
you'll get that, but it's not gonna have the banking information, credit card numbers,
right, where
like
somebody could just take it, grab it.
Yeah,
it's a cool thing, man.
But so just be mindful of your Bitcoin, where you're storing it. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Don't put in any more money than you're willing to lose.
Exactly.
And
like in any investment, don't put in more.
And it's just a warning because now we're down, but what happens once we go up? Then everybody wants to chase the price, and then that can cause like a mania, like we just had, where when the price is down, people are like, oh, like I've asked people like, oh, would you get into cryptocurrencies? And they're like, nah, man, fuck that or whatever. It's like because the price is down. But once the price is up, then they want to get it. And it's like, that's when you got to sell.
Yeah.
So the other thing too is, hodl your crypto. But at the same time, if you've been hodling for a while and you have a really nice gain, you could buy a house or something. I mean,
the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
You could
it's just, value, just digital value, digital gold. Litecoin is digital silver.
Right, digital silver.
And Ethereum is like the digital oil. Because so that cryptocurrency is more like a platform where you can build applications on it, and you can create your own tokens under that crypto.
Create your own token. So I can create a token and design it? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, you can make up like your own logo, but you can generate your own token under that blockchain.
I see.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
So it's more like you're giving it.
You could do like smart contracts,
right,
where you could do businesses. So like, let's say that you hire somebody to paint your house. You could do a smart contract where on the blockchain, the contract is there, and you both say, okay, we're both, you're gonna pay me this price, and I'm gonna have this project done for you by X and Y date.
Right.
You could do smart contracts where you won't have to go to a notary public or somebody in the government.
Right.
It's just a way to set up a decentralized just platform, a decentralized type of an internet ecosystem where you can have a lot of use cases for it. So that's why they call it like the digital oil. And the Ethereum price last year was like at $7, and until recently it was like at $1,300.
$1,300.
Yeah. So you could have got it. Not in Coinbase though.
Right.
Coinbase added Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash like within the last, I would say, like 4 or 5 months. And it was only just Bitcoin the whole time, just Bitcoin only. And those are the three cryptocurrencies were just within the last 3 to 5 months. And I would say maybe 4 to 6 months.
Where do you have holdings in? Which forms of crypto?
What do you mean? What cryptocurrencies I have?
Yeah, do you have your hands in? Do you have your hands in Lite?
Yeah, I have Litecoin. I got a little bit of Bitcoin Cash.
Right.
I got a little bit of Ripple.
Do you have Ethereum?
No, I don't have Ethereum. I do want to get it though.
You want to get it?
I do, but I'm gonna wait for a dip. The thing is, my strategy is I like to focus on one coin.
Right.
Stack up and then move on to the next.
Got it.
But
so you started with what form? You started with Bit?
I started with Bitcoin, but at that time, I was like discouraged because when I went to the restaurant to pay with Bitcoin, it was like a delay. It was like 30 minutes back and forth. Like, oh, but look in the blockchain, this and that.
Really?
And it's to the waiter. And I was like, look, I'll roll my sleeves up right now, go to the back, and wash dishes if you want. So it was a big back and forth thing, and I was like, damn, this is slow. So,
it is slow.
I found a exchange back then where I could exchange for Dogecoin and Litecoin.
Huh.
So I did that. I dumped them in paper wallets. I still have them till this day. And that's how
Do you still have Dogecoin?
The Dogecoin, no. I changed it back into Bitcoin.
You changed it.
Yeah, and then I used that to get something else. So I do have, but I do want to get some Dogecoin later if the price pulls back a little bit. Right now, Bitcoin is at 88.65. It was at 9,100. So, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Tron, Stellar.
Shit.
That's
a lot. And as you
Verge,
mentioned, there's 1,500.
Yeah, Verge, Litecoin. And I think that's it. But the thing is, some coins are cheaper. So Ripple, I got it like at 80, 90 cents. Tron, I got it at 3 cents. Verge, I got it like at, I think it was 9 or 10 cents. I got Stellar when it was like at maybe 40 cents. I got, the first Litecoin I bought was like at $4 or $5.
Yeah.
And you saw the price now.
I saw it, yeah.
And it's still in the same paper wallet. It's still tucked away in the blockchain. So, Dogecoin, when I had bought it back then, it was a fraction of a penny. Till recently, it hit 1 penny. Right now, it's probably like at 0.3 cents.
One cool thing that I saw, I think it was Bitcoin.com or some of these other websites when I was looking into this like a year or two ago, that they have they have it set up on their websites where you can just spend it. Like here, these are the stores that you can use
stores, it. The online shopping and stuff.
So if you were to go to like Dogecoin or Litecoin, and you click on their stores or merchants, you can see all the merchants that would accept it.
Exactly, which I think is cool.
I think it's cool, yeah.
And I think that should still grow.
Does Amazon accept crypto?
No, but there's
Amazon has Amazon Pay right now.
Yeah, but there's rumors that Amazon wants to get involved with crypto, and also supposedly Facebook was going to team up with Litecoin.
I heard about that,
but
a while ago.
Facebook banned cryptocurrency ads on their website because there were a lot of scams, the ICOs coming out, which are like the coin offerings.
Or maybe the Russians getting be on their Facebook on Facebook and scamming people.
I think because Mark Zuckerberg scammed the Winklevoss twins.
Of course.
The Winklevoss twins came back buying $1 million worth of Bitcoin. I think it was in 2013 or 2012.
And that's in the documentary. They show the twins. Yeah.
And they are like the first Bitcoin billionaires.
Yeah.
So Mark Zuckerberg must have been like, "Oh,
he was butthurt.
I feel a certain type of way."
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So, but I think I heard that Facebook is looking into getting into their own crypto.
Their own. I was just reading that since I knew you were coming here today. I was reading that yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't remember, the full outline. Yeah, I saw
Which
that.
I mean, if they did, I don't know who would buy it, but I think if they partner with a cryptocurrency like a Litecoin or something like that, it's a lot better because they won't have to worry about mining. They won't have to worry about none of that. You just use your Litecoin to...
It might work for their benefit because I was reading that a lot of transactions have gone on through Facebook in the last year. Like it's doubled or gone even higher.
For like Facebook ads or...
Like purchasing things like transactions... charities, donating, they have their marketplace where people can now sell goods. You know, kind of like a Craigslist, but now their version of it is called Facebook Marketplace, where I can sell my phone if I wanted to.
Oh, cool!
And people see, you know, your name. I'm Robert. I live in Pembroke Pines. He's selling his phone for like $300.
And they'll ship it.
No, we meet like face to face, like OfferUp or these freaking apps or Craigslist. Hey, meet me at the police station in East Pines where it's safe.
Yeah.
Just last week, just last week here in Pines.
Yeah.
There was a robbery. There were people use one of those apps to sell product. I think it was I think I don't remember what it was OfferUp.
Craigslist, something
like that. And they were and they were selling something, and the person robbed them. They took it. And so the police is like, look, the police caught the guys, but the police said you got to tell them to come over here, right there in the parking lot, wherever where you know it's safe. And if they don't agree to meet you at the police station, then maybe their intentions were not good.
Yeah. You always want to meet somebody in public.
Yeah.
Like I've done. I was looking to buy some furniture and OfferUp, and in the ad, the table looked brand new.
Right.
But when we went to the house, it was like beat up, and it was shaky. And
so, what did you say?
Well, I wasn't trying to buy it. The person I was with was trying to buy it, and we were just like, "Yo, let's just get out of here." Yeah, I was just like, "Let's just get out. Let's get out of here."
This is kind of weird.
Yeah. But no, that's cool that they have that like Facebook. But I think that they would need a cryptocurrency or some kind of a payment system if they're not going to use if they're not going to come up with their own thing. Because they can make money, and they're all about making money.
Look how much money they made during the election year.
Yeah, a lot
with the help of the Russians.
Exactly. With the help of the Russians, man.
Yeah. So those are some good points you mentioned to people. If somebody wants more information and they need guidance, can they reach you somewhere? Like are you on social media or something? Or do you prefer they reach me? I could tell them to reach me, and then I'll get them in touch with you.
Yeah, they can follow me. My Instagram is Mikey MIKEY __7.
2 underscores.
Yeah, 2 underscores.
Got it.
I pretty much post stuff about crypto and
a lot
coding and stuff. Yeah, I mean, but on my day to day, I just try to take a look at the market, and if you do have interest in cryptocurrency as a whole, I would say if you go to coinmarketcap.com,
it's a good place to start.
It's a good place to start because you can get an overview, a snapshot of the whole market. You can see, okay, there's 1,600 cryptocurrencies, and you can pick which one you like. Maybe you heard of one on TV or somewhere, and you want to look into it. So it's a really good site. You can pull the social media.
Very easy.
You can see if they're on Twitter, Instagram. Coindesk.com is really good for your Bitcoin news every day. Cointelegraph.com is also good. I use those every day for, crypto news.
Right.
Nowadays, you can hear about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies on like CNBC.
Yeah.
On their YouTube channel. They're always posting about Bitcoin.
I've seen it on the ticker.
Yeah, on the ticker. Yeah, they have that to track.
A year ago or two, I wasn't there. Now it's there.
Now
it's there.
They're doing it, but for some reason, the Russians and their network, they have been tracking Bitcoin for the longest. So
they want to get their hands on it.
Russia Today, in their YouTube channel, they have shows, and in their shows they've had the ticker for Bitcoin for a while. They always put it like oil, gold, and Bitcoin.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I think blockchain is here to stay. And like I said, Coindesk.com, Cointelegraph.com, CoinMarketCap.com are just a few sites you could use to stay current on what's going on, because this space changes a lot.
Yeah, it's not like like you mentioned earlier, it's not like the stock exchange where it's 4:30, whatever, it's done until the weekend. No, this is 24/7. Yeah.
Holidays, Christmas,
everything. Never closes.
New Year's. So one thing I will say, a couple of tips that I go by, not telling anybody what to do.
Right.
if you want to get into crypto and you're looking for, when should I buy? Normally on a payday, that weekend, the price usually goes up. I know because I'm usually up like at 5 in the morning.
And you see it?
So I would see the crypto price at its lowest. So maybe Litecoin,
Right.
like last week or the week before, I saw Litecoin like at 165.
Mm-hmm.
And then by like 6:30 in the morning, it was already at 170. And then by the afternoon, it was like at, 175. And I was like, so throughout Fridays, paydays, you'll notice that the price of crypto goes up. But if usually around Tuesdays, on average, not every week, but usually around Tuesdays, for some reason, that's when the market is at its lowest, for the week.
Yeah. So right now, Litecoin is at 166.52.
Yeah.
So payday's next Friday.
Yeah. I mean, for me, payday was this Friday.
Right.
But every Friday, you'll notice the price goes up a little bit. And even with stocks or anything, I've noticed that with the gold and silver market, every Friday the price will go up just a little bit. But if you wait till like Tuesday, Wednesday, the following week, people have spent money. They paid bills.
Yeah.
They might not have money to spend. So that could be your opportunity to, pick up some coins in the low.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday or Wednesday. But, kind of keep an eye out and kind of notice trends, because the trend might work for maybe a month, but then the month after there could be news that shakes the market down or up.
Right.
So anything could happen, but that's just a little pattern that I've noticed.
Right. That's a good pattern.
Yeah, like if you get paid on Friday, like, all right, I'm gonna buy $100 of
whatever.
Whatever. Like, just make sure, hey, hold on to the $100 and kind of give yourself a point that you can enter.
Right.
Don't get too greedy either. We're like, all right, I'm gonna wait for Litecoin to hit $80 tomorrow. Which, I mean, it could happen, but if it did happen, you gotta have your strategy. You gotta be ready at any given time, even if it's 4 in the morning on a Wednesday, to buy if you want to get at that low. Because normally overnight, when Asia's up, that's when you might see lower prices.
There has to be an app where it's gonna alert you and say, "Hey, it's
Coinbase.
Coinbase. It alerts you.
You can set up the alerts. That's how I was starting to get back in.
So you set it up to a minimum, and as soon as it goes to that minimum, it'll alert you.
I set it up like for Litecoin.
Right. There it is.
Shoot. I set up to alert me, when it goes under or over a price.
Oh, I see.
So you could do that, and then you get the text, and you wake up in the middle of the night like, oh shit, and then you could buy.
Time to buy if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's people that get the same push notification,
right,
and then they don't act upon it, and in like a minute or two,
it's gone.
That price has gone up.
Yeah, it's gone up.
Yeah, so
crazy.
You'll notice that. Track the price.
I'm gonna start doing this. Everything you mentioned, I saved it here. I bookmarked it.
If you get the Coinbase app, you could just track it.
I can use this for Coinbase. Can I track it with Coinbase or no?
No, that you would just have to use the browser, the link.
Browser.
Yeah, you could use that. You could use that link, and you can save that link or text it to yourself or email it to yourself, where you always have the public address. The public key, yeah.
Not bad.
And the instructions are here, which pretty much show you that.
Yeah, I see.
I wanted to show you some old paper wallets that I printed before we go.
Ones?
Yeah, those are old paper wallets I printed. So
these are no longer valid.
No, they are valid.
Oh, they are valid.
Yeah, they're not used right now.
Got it. I
keep them saved because to print them is a mission. You want to make sure you print them offline.
I'm looking at Dogecoin.
Yeah, there's a Dogecoin wallet.
And this is the same. This is the one you use.
Yeah, the public. So there's gonna say spend or load. See, it says much load and then much spend or something.
Oh, and it tells you when you printed it. This is from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So I had to use a boot up CD to do it, and I pretty much took advantage and printed quite a few wallets and kept them in paper.
And this is where you got this paper wallet?
For the Bitcoin. That's a Bitcoin.
Address.org.
That's the same thing as this, yeah.
Oh, okay. Liteaddress.org. I see. And it gives you the steps. Check your balance. Blockchain.info. Yeah, that's the website on the phone that I scanned. Oh shoot, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's another. You can keep that one if you want.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine. This is. Oh, I see. It's it's the big coin.
Yeah, that's another copy.
Hmm.
Those are the nice paper wallets for Bitcoin.
So what's the difference between?
It's the same thing. It's just that one you fold it.
Oh,
and then it's just this. Yeah, you could cut this out, and then you fold it here. You fold it here,
I see.
and then you just have this showing.
Only that shows.
Yeah,
and you keep that one hidden.
Yeah, so you fold this in, and you fold this to be on the outside, and then you put like the balance somewhere in the back.
Somewhere in the back.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Or you could just scan.
You have a lot of these.
Yeah,
these are all wallets.
Paper. Those are all paper wallets. Cold storage is what they call it.
Another one. Yeah, to memorize these keys,
you can't.
That's why they made that phrase.
Yeah,
20 phrases.
Yeah, that's why. That's a very useful.
Do you have the phrase as well in your wallet?
For one of them, yes, I have it. You can screenshot it if you're doing it with the digital wallet. You could screenshot every word, or if they have it all listed, or just keep it in paper. And if you keep it in paper, keep it somewhere where, you're not going to be moving it around or furniture or whatever.
Right, so it doesn't get damaged and
or just lost, dude. Because you could buy new furniture, like I said, or switch furniture, and you misplace something, or you threw a book away with it or something, and it's gone.
It's gone.
So those are things that can happen.
Insane. Informative shit, sir.
Thank you.
Very informative. You're welcome back anytime to give us updates.
Okay, sure.
And maybe we can have other topics besides Bitcoin, like talk about the machines ruling the world.
String theory. Yeah. Where we live in a simulation.
There you go.
A computer program.
Hey, Elon Musk said it.
Yeah, he said it.
He said it last year. They asked him, do you actually believe we're in a simulation? He's like, I think so.
There was I forgot the name of the scientist that came up with string theory, but
that was no, I don't know about. I
saw
his name.
A documentary about it.
Yeah, there's a scientist that came up with it was an American scientist. It was somewhere in New England. He's a professor at a university. He basically came up with an algorithm and for time and space.
Okay.
And he said that when he put that algorithm to work, he noticed that time and space is computer language.
Yeah, they I heard.
So he's like, why is space have computer code?
Yeah, I heard about that in string theory that
and I was like, wow.
I think I forgot who it was talking about it, but it was a physicist talking about that in string theory they found what makes up the cosmos is a type of a computer language which is in binary. It's all ones and zeros.
He saw ones and zeros, this professor.
Which in essence the reality that we live in is all ones and zeros.
And he kept putting the code in.
Yeah.
And it kept coming back. Ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Code. Other code.
Yeah.
And other scientists are like, it's code. They all agree.
Yeah. So it's
they
binary.
can't explain it.
Yeah.
But they're like, there's code in everywhere around us.
Yeah. Ones and zeros. No, I mean, if you think about it, ones and zeros, on, off.
On, off.
Where it's nighttime now, it'll be daytime. You have male, female.
Yeah.
You have right, wrong.
Yeah.
Left, right. You have every single, that's all factored into this world that we live in.
Yeah.
So, good, bad, rich, poor, whatever you want to call it.
We got to do that next time.
Yeah.
Because it's almost 1 a.m.
I know. All right. It was fun. Thank you very much for having me over.
Thanks for coming over. And we're signing off. So that was it. That was fun. That was Lewis. As you heard his Instagram handle. You could reach him there for information on Bitcoin. You can also send us an email here at bitsforyoupodcast@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bitsforyoupodcast. Our Facebook group is Bits for You. Instagram handle here is bitsforyoupod. Again, the number 4 is after the word bits and all of that information I just gave you. You can also sign up to our mailing list. That way you'll receive an email when an episode is up, new content is up. Our mailing list is at our website, bitsforyou.podbean.com. All right, signing out. It was fun having Lewis on again. And appreciate that gift he gave us for that fraction of a Litecoin. I'm looking into it, and I'm going to get a whole Litecoin, hopefully before the year's over. Hopefully, crossing my fingers. If you guys have any luck with cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, or anything else, please let us know. We'd like to hear your involvement in it. If you've been earning anything in it, have you purchased anything with cryptocurrency? As you heard, there's over 1,500 so far. So yeah, we'd like to know from you listeners. So follow us on all those social media platforms. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcast app. You'll get that notification when a new episode is up. If you guys want Lewis to come back for cryptocurrency follow-up, send us the emails, send us your questions to our email at bitsforyoupodcast@gmail.com. The number 4 is after the word bits. So I'll just say it. It's BITS, the number 4, YOUPODCAST @gmail.com. That's bitsforyouPodcast@gmail.com. Send us your questions for cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, and I'll have Lewis on in a future episode, and he'll answer your questions, whatever they may be, whether it's this, anything about the moon and China, and any other stuff that we sort of touched on. We're open to all that. Until next time, adios.